money, just some food up in my tummy, feeling cool, living great. In the mood, trying to sway, ice cubes in my drink, never doing what they say. They some did you believe you found out? It all begins when we get afraid. Why do you believe it now? It's just the winds of a renegade. 'Cause you think we'll all let it go. And now you buy your own lie. But now you lost all credibility. Now you're just the enemy.
What's up, man? Doing well. It's a Thirsty Thursday over here. It's going to be big things, man. I know XRP slow right now, but all crypto slow right now. So right now is a building time. It's good stuff.
And now we're live on the video, which I have pinned up on the board there. You can find it also in the comments down below. If you're here to support your project, make sure you leave a comment about whatever project you want to support. Also, we'll be doing some giveaways, and we will just require you to like and repost this space, and then you'll be entered to win. So, give you a little to-do list there while I get finished up on my end. We'll get started here shortly. Got people filing in. If anybody wants to speak, just request to do so. We'll get you up here.
You know, I must say, I'm a little jealous. You're always flaunting that really good hair. I'm bald, so I'm always having to look at you on stream with like good flowing hair. I'm like, come on, man, you got to share that with the rest of us.
Somebody's got to support Rip the Long Hair Gang, okay? I know everybody in crypto is bald and, you know, balding because it's so stressful. Yeah. Yeah, I love it.
Oh, man.
Yeah, somebody's got to rock the mullet. Figured it got to be me. Do us some justice.
Listen, I'm proud of you. If I could do it, I would.
How'd the move go, Deets? Everything going well so far?
It's moved, and then they broke half my wife's shit. And so now I have to get back and deal with a pissed off wife because I'm finishing up the last few things I got to do here. But I think it'll be fine. The house is great. The neighbors are annoying and very friendly, and they brought over zucchini brownies, and now I have to be nice.
I've had zucchini bread before. That's zucchini bread's sleeper. A lot of people don't know about that. Yeah, zucchini does great.
Anything with zucchini is really moist.
Yeah, especially bread, because like it just helps it out. So yeah, that sounds good, man.
But yeah, so the move's going well. I'll be back up there this weekend, and then we, you know, hopefully can set up. And then they ask me, so what do you do? And I'm like, I'm in IT.
I do things.
I do things, and you know, it's one of those. Do I tell them? It's kind of a retired community, so I'm a little hesitant to tell them about imaginary internet money. But
yeah. Give it another 5-10 years. You know, then we'll be ready to talk about it openly once we're rich.
Well, no, listen, if I start balling, I'm putting the Lambo in the front.
Let's
go.
And
then they can be like, so what do you do in IT? Crypto.
Then you can say with the chest poked out. That's right.
So, no, good stuff, man. How about yourself? You doing all right? Everything going okay?
Doing good. Working 68 hours this week, and this is the one time I could do a space, so let's go.
68 hours.
Yeah, sometimes I do 72 in a week, but you
know. Maybe you should just stop at 69, so at least you're ending on a good time.
I got like 68 and a quarter. Is that close enough? No, it doesn't round up, I guess.
No, it doesn't round up, bro.
Dang. Let's see. get Lions up here, Tyler, and
I'm bringing
just
them
to
up.
give a
Yep.
little introduction to our panel here today. We have Opulence X as one of our co-hosts. We also have Deets, also known as Crypto Old Guy, as one of our co-hosts. We also have Health AI up here speaking on, on the speaker section. We got some real ideas. And anybody else that wants to request that's a project owner, like XRP Lions just got up here. Feel free to request. And then we got Quantum down there as well. A couple people I don't know quite yet, so I'll hold you guys off until a little bit later, so feel free to stick around and maybe we'll get you up here. But everybody's just filing in. We're having a nice little afternoon space. It's 3 o'clock EST on Thursday here today. So, like I said, this is my one time to run a space this week. So, it was funny how my schedule works. I work at 2, 2, 3 and 12-hour shifts. So, one week I work like 60 or 70 hours, depending on if I do overtime, and then the next week I only work 24 hours. So, it's kind of like a 2-week kind of schedule. So, gotta make it work.
Is that Panama schedule?
It's called team shifts. So,
Okay.
4 teams, 12-hour shifts, and then you do 2, 2, 3 is what it's called.
Okay. I think we were doing like 4 on, 2 off, 2 on, 4 off, some weird crazy schedule. So.
Yeah. And what's going on, Lions? I see you're up here with your mic on. What's happening?
Oh man, yeah, I got my mic on just so you can hear me shuffling around.
Getting your notes ready
I'm
for this afternoon.
Yeah, I'm leaving some comments down there. I'm trying to tag some people, share the space out.
Yep, and real quick before we get too many people in here, I did say if you liked and retweeted this space, then we'll enter you into a giveaway, and I'm going to be giving away a Tooth and Token NFT. It's this one, number 345, and just to get us started here, I think we got about 10 or 11 people that have liked and retweeted, so this will be a quick rapid fire winner. So we're rolling it off now. And the winner for this NFT is Tooth and Token. I think we should probably roll that one. What do you say, Tyler?
I guess it's fair to say you can probably re-roll that one.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and give that a re-roll. And let's get Mel up here as well. Hey Mel, good morning. So yeah, let's give that one a re-roll. Whoops. Probably not too good to give away an NFT to the... Okay, it goes back to Lions. Okay.
Oh my god.
Third time's the charm, right, Tyler?
Man, run again.
Alright, now it's gotta pick Taz. If it picks Taz, we got something going on here. It's Tooth and Token again. Uh-oh.
Oh my goodness, man. You're giving away all my good spins at the beginning.
You're not gonna win anything.
Shit after this.
Exactly.
I was like, yesterday at the last space, I was like, man, I'll never win nothing. Now I've just win my own thing like 3 times in a row.
4 times. Yeah.
Well, it's because you're in the early engagement farm. They see that and they're like, all right, let's get this guy this thing, I guess. I don't know how that works. But congratulations to JXRP, also known as XRP Label. You just won this Tooth and Token NFT. Congrats. And it's
I'm
number
blaming you if
345.
I don't win anything.
That's fine.
If my name ever comes up again, I'm totally blaming you.
I need to make sure to like and repost, that way I can skip my wins as well.
You got some more Tooth and Tokens, don't you? To give away?
I'm down to like 4, I think, after this one.
Alright, cool. We'll make sure you get some more.
10.
Why, you just trying to win your own NFT 4 more times? Like.
Yeah, man, that's how it goes. That's how you win at the ATM. You put in your
True
pin, you
story.
walk away with it.
I love your energy this morning, Tyler.
That's the only way to win at the casino, is the ATM.
That's right. So I just wanted to get that quick giveaway out there, just to get us started. Some more giveaways we'll be doing tonight is we're giving away some Opulence tokens, Chill Guy, XHO tokens, 589 tokens, TXT tokens, XRH tokens, and for NFTs we'll be doing 4 official NFTs. Like in the giveaway, we might have some pop up here now. You know how it goes. And we're giving away a Mega Pepe by Airdrop Gaming, a Mudang Kawaii NFT from Surreal Idea. We have okay, so Mel is also giving out the first hand-drawn NFT she launched on Apple X. So it's called Women of the West. That'll be pretty fun to give out later. And then we're going to give away a Chill Pill NFT from Javacini. So, looks like our speaker panel is filling up here nicely. Just wanted to say, good morning, good afternoon to everybody. Hope you're having a great Thursday. We can just go around the room and just say good morning.
Good morning, everyone. I think some of
Good
you is
morning.
already good afternoon and some of you already nighttime.
Mel, it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon for me. So if you're just waking up, I'm just having my first dinner.
Well, yeah, that's true. I just woke up about a half hour ago. You know that it's I contacted you right away when I say that. Yeah, this is a good topic today about this NFT economics because we see a lot of growing massively NFT launch on the XRPL. And I think us as an investor is important to understand, what you're holding and what the project you are investing into. And how you can see it based on how they set up their business models and the like in the token there is a token economics that we call tokenomics. NFT also have its economics, which is that's why it's NFT economics. So yeah, so this topic I asked JT to bring it up because I saw a lot of NFT project growing launch on the XRPL, which is great. I love it. It's just that we need to understand and dive into much more details. What is non-fungible tokens and what non-fungible tokens, and what they do, and then what the benefit that you can have with holding those as the type of asset, and how the project implement their NFT economics to their holders, and that's also what we're going to discuss today. So I think that's from my opening. JT, if you want to continue, go ahead.
Yeah, of course. Also, we've got Health AI here. I don't know if you're able to speak and just say good morning.
Yeah. Mic check. Can you guys hear me well?
Yeah, loud and clear, brother. Loud and clear.
Nice day. I'm just stopping here, Gray. I love your spaces. I love to be here with Opulence as well and your co-host. So, yeah, everything's going well. We just revamp our website. So if you guys want to dive in it, it's supposed to tell you everything you need to know about my startup, my project. So thank you for having me here.
Of course. Love you innovating in the field. And also, we've got DigiX.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, good
Thank you for
morning.
having me up here.
Yeah, of course.
Good morning. Good morning. Actually, it's evening time over here, so good evening to everybody.
Good evening. Good evening. Tooth and Token. Not sure if you have a speaker. Surreal Idea. How are you doing today?
Doing good.
Nice, nice. We're giving away one of your NFTs later, so I'm excited for that.
Yep.
Sounds good. And Lions, we already heard from you, but good morning again. You came in with some energy this morning. I know it's pretty. What time is it there for you? About 3 a.m. I'm not sure if he's with us right now. Yeah, what time is it for you over there, Lions? Oh, his mic's unmuted, but not hear anything. I know he sometimes has some rugging problems. So, looks like he dropped down to listener for now. Yeah, good evening, everybody. Glad it's Thursday. Glad I was able to have this space. It's my one kind of free-ish day. So, glad to be spending it with all of you here talking about NFTs today. So, let's see. The thing I like to remind people about NFTs is that they are non-fungible tokens. So, a token can give you access to all sorts of things within an ecosystem, and there's so many different use cases for NFTs and what all they can provide for you and sustain for your long-term growth. So there's a lot of passive rewards and stuff that we love with NFTs, and yeah, we can just kind of dive on into it. Where did anybody want? Mel, is there any specific part you wanted to start at?
To start, yes, definitely. So let's begin with the opportunity itself. I just tweeted and I shared this on the screen that on the Jumbotrons, the global non-fungible tokens NFT market is expected to grow at a CAGR of 34.5% from 2025 to 2030. So this is how big is the opportunity. If those that don't understand what the CAGR mean, it's a compound annual growth rate. So, for example, if you invested $100 and then it grew over $200 over 3 years, the CAGR tells you what consistent annual growth rate would you get from 100 to 200 in exactly 3 years. So that's kind of like the simple formula is like ending value divide by beginning value time number of years minus one. That's how what the CAGR formula is. So we imagine right now from 2025 to 2030, it's projected at 34.5%. So within those time frame of the 5 years, this is really massive opportunity. And then XRP Ledger as one of the OG on the blockchain, it's really the perfect foundations for sustainable NFT economics. So that's why leverage it wisely. I mean, that's really what I want to point it at these discussions, that I see a lot of misunderstanding in regards to how the NFT treated, which I understand because most people just like the art side of the NFT. They think that's the collectible art, which is not wrong also because originally or initially NFT is just it's for the art for it has those collectible use cases, right? So that's nothing wrong with that. Um, However, as the NFT itself, like JT was saying before, that now the use cases and the utility expanded much more bigger and better because you know it's also supporting how the brand rewarding their loyalty customers, for example, or the airlines token gated with their memberships reward system, or boosting on upgrading their seat system. There is a lot of things that are part of these use cases when it comes to the NFT at this current stage. And yeah, I mean, but of course, when it comes to the NFT, there are always, like me, for example, I prefer utility NFT versus the art NFT. Why? We're going to dive into that later on. But like there is a key economics principle that we as the project has to understand. Number one is the utility first economics. And the second part is the royalty impact reality. And the third part is the tokenomic integrations. So those three things are the key economics principle in the NFT. So I don't know if you I will stop right here. If you have any questions, just from these three key economics principle, I think we can already dive into each one of this one by one. So I'm going to stop right here, but I will repeat again. There are three key economic principle that every XRPL NFT project has to understand. There is number one, the utility first economics. The number two is the royalty impact reality. And the third is the tokenomic integrations. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think you gave us a nice little um, welcome to the topic there. And like you were saying, there's a lot of projects, like historically, as far as I'm aware, that are art first NFTs, and there's like nothing wrong with that if you want to support that community and grab NFTs that you like to just show just your support for that project owner. You know, I love a lot of art first NFT projects because honestly it's good art, and I like supporting artists. But as Mel was saying, we're seeing sort of more of a switch to utility NFTs that kind of provide some sort of value towards your initial investment. So I think that's a good point to realize there is that, you could have our NFTs and you can also have NFTs for, any other use case. You could be a token entry to like an expector type deal to get behind gated access as a token, and it can also provide you, with some sort of sustainability for the project as far as either it be token airdrops or anything like that. So, Deets, I see you got your mic unmuted. What's going on?
Yeah, so JT, the art form for NFTs, right? To Mel's point, there's the art form. And I'll tell you, a year ago, if you would have asked me to buy an NFT, I would have told you were crazy, because why do I want a digital picture that I paid money for that's not going to do anything for me? And it might increase in value, but these are random artists. They're not, world renowned, whatever. But a year ago, I would have told you you're crazy. And I told my son this, in fact. I said, I'm not buying NFTs. That's a celebrity thing, man. That's going to tank. Fast forward 6 months, and I'm running a project with multiple NFTs that all provide utility. And now I see where that three, stages that Mel was talking about really play into how the project functions, right? What the NFT can do, how it can connect to the economic part of the project, and then also how it can help you with your tokenomics. I mean, all three of those have been instrumental in the success of what I've been doing, and I've seen other projects that have definitely benefited from not just having the NFT sales, but the resales that, from royalties, they keep the project going, for reinvestments in the liquidity pool or in the development funds. I mean, so there's a lot of options there, and I love how NFTs have really evolved from wonderful, beautiful art, and it still is. But now you also have that utility that can help the project and the community grow. Where, as a community member, I hold tooth and token. So I have a couple NFTs. I paid money for that, and now they're kicking me. Every week I get a drop from them. That's, I want to be a part of that community, man. Now I want to buy more of that art because I see what the value is, and I know why I'm bought into them. So definitely love that we have those three pillars to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely. Anybody else want to give some feedback before we dive into this topic? I think we kind of generalized, some different styles of NFTs. And Health AI, what's up?
Yeah, I'm really interested on this subject, and I want to thank Mel and you for providing this interesting conversations. As you might remember, I am working on my NFT collection, and I was lucky enough to enlist two really, one of them up and coming Los Angeles artists, and the other one is pretty well established. And I know what I want regarding the art, right? Hand drawn art, handcrafted, mixed with digital. The collection will be a total of 589, and I'm still working on the utility, kind of like tokenomics, that I want to add to my NFTs, because I want it to be sustainable for the long term and the future for my holders. I do have token control on my project, which I don't think it's bad, because that way I protect my holders for any pump and dump schemes and stuff like that. So I want to provide long-term value, and hearing this right now, it comes to me like perfectly on a perfect time. So I appreciate that. I'm here to learn, and I'm taking notes as well.
And that's exactly why I wanted to have these podcasts, is that, if you're stuck somewhere as far as, you're trying to figure out the utility portion of your project, I mean, this is a great brainstorming practice for anybody out there who's got a project. So, see, how should we dive into this, Mel? What would you suggest? Because I got our topics here, but, we just got to kind of scoop up something and start dishing it out.
Surreal Idea has his
I see that.
hands up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Surreal, go ahead first.
I was just going to say it's important to remember that with the ecosystems we currently have, that there are now not just one or two ways, but there are multiple ways to add utility to your NFT project, and just makes it easier for that to happen. I mean, we've got projects that never thought they could do it, add any utility, because they just didn't know how, didn't have the technical expertise or anything. So, but now the tools are available, and they're able to do multiple different options. So
absolutely,
whatever best fits their project.
Exactly, and there's a lot of different a lot of different ways you can go as far as utility, like, and you could change things going down the line. That's why we like our white papers. What's up, Cog?
Well, no, I was going to key in on that, and also for Health AI, having majority control of your token. I found a utility that it was just kind of nice, was I can distribute my token through NFTs. And since we were majority holders when it first launched, now I can slowly distribute the token, and I don't have to worry about it being, like he said, pump and dump. So Health, if you want, man, we can definitely talk about that more. But over the next year, we're going to drop, 10% of the token out into the economy, and it will be done systematically, so that, for me, that was another utility I found in token dropping through NFTs.
Yeah, absolutely. And
To let me add to what Kark was saying, what it's saying. So that's what exactly I call it. It's, the NFT convergence with DeFi is becoming the default strategy for community building and early engagement. Well, so this is what I like about it, because that's part of what exactly the NFT opportunity, or what the project can be used for. It's, those, what you just mentioned just now. That's what it the default strategy for the community building and the early engagements for the project itself.
yeah, absolutely. And I saw that we had Digi's hand up. You want to go ahead, Digi?
Yeah, thank you very much for the opportunity to come on your platform and speak. First of all, great. I'm surrounded by so many different projects over here, which are exceptionally informative and very supportive. Of which I have to give a big shout out to Mel for her opulence platform, first of all, and also to Lions for the guiding hand that they've done. Tyler, and especially, big up to you. So, while I'm on the mic, I'd just like to talk a little bit about who I am and what my project is and where it ties into the NFT economics, which I've been learning about very recently. First of all, I'm DigiX. I'm the dev of Spy. Spy is an understated project which is not making so much hype because we're building. And the reason why we're building is because we want to provide utility to our holders, and by virtue of that utility, a revenue generated back into the ecosystem to support it. The gentleman was speaking earlier about supply control. I have over 75% of supply of my project. So just like him, there is a reason for structuring and solidifying your position in the project, but also with the guidance I've been hearing about and the advice which I've been getting is to also stock up a lot of the LP. Now that's going to be very essential when it comes to the next phase of the project. There was again another gentleman, I forget who it was, who mentioned about some years ago or maybe some months ago, listening to people talk about NFTs, and then he questioned why would I want a piece of a non-fungible token, which may or may not rise in value. But then I find myself now in a position where everything I'm hearing, everything I'm learning, has also provided so much knowledge and value to the next phase, which is going to be potentially an NFT collection. I don't want to give too much away, but this is how I would approach it. And I've had guidance from Opulence about what to do to put value not just to the artistic quality of the NFT, but to the XRPL in itself, how we can give back to the XRPL Foundation and also to the holders of the NFTs. Now, that being said, I spoke at length with Tyler from the Lions, and I've seen exactly what kind of structure that they've been doing into the XRPL as builders on an extensive network, and also what Opulence has been doing. These are for me exemplary organizations because humility is one thing, but then seeing the greatness of your actions is another. And when the proof has been shown in what you're doing, and you've been doing it not for any other reason but to make the chain great, because we've complained about so many other chains which brought us to the XRPL in terms of the meme coin world, but then we've all been extremely tenacious holders of XRP all through the subjugation, the oppression, the SEC case, the resolution, the vindication, hopefully very soon when it becomes official, but also the ridicule that we've gone through, and yet still we have diamond handed all of this. It breeds a certain kind of test character. It breeds a certain kind of tenacity, and based on that, building onto the XRPL to do what we can from an individual basis to make it a collectively enriching platform, or at least an environment. That to me is what I am about, and that's what Spy is about, and that is what I feel that the contribution or redirection of funds from the NFT in terms of airdrops, where you put a token allocation of supply into the farming pools and it gets distributed over a certain amount of time. That for me is an investment which is always paying back. And yeah, sorry for going on too much, but that's my take on it. Thank you.
No, you definitely didn't go over too much. I think that was kind of what people needed to hear as far as, you've got your tokens and you've got supply control, and now you're thinking about what you can do with that in order to, utilize that token that you have so much of a control over, right? You don't know what to build, and hopefully we can, help out during that process. And yeah, like you were saying, Opulence does provide a bunch of those tools to get projects like yours, kind of grinding and actually, providing utility quick and in an efficient way. And I love Opulence as far as not having to go anywhere to claim my tokens for those airdropped ones, and then just thinking twice a week or so just to say, hey, I'm gonna go claim my tokens, because it's Saturday or Sunday, whatever it might be. So yeah, Mel, do you want to dive into that, or I know he's talked about Opulence and stuff. So
Yes. Why? Okay. So because our product that we launched on the XRPL is the NFT marketplace. So the economic model framework that I found that I dive into the XRPL, one of the reason why I built those staking, which is the NFT staking, is because that's part of the economic model framework that as part of the revenue source of revenue stream. Because let's be honest, most of the revenue stream from the NFT is generated through the primary sales, right? The initial minting revenue. And then the second part, of course, the royalties, that's work on the secondary market. And then the other part is the utility, of course, the utility access through the subscriptions or usage-based models. So the staking it's one of those revenue stream to consider by the NFT, regardless projects or coins or whatever, if you have coin. And the fifth part of it is the brand partnerships, the corporate utility integrations, how I use certain NFT in our end for like loyalty or voting boosters and all those, etc. So yeah, speaking about the staking, people probably oftentimes when I started building on the XRPL, people tends to be judgmental at the beginning, like, oh, that's a Ponzi scheme. Staking is not the use case. Staking is this, staking is that. People didn't realize that staking or yield is what make this Web3 or crypto is more attractive versus the traditional finance. So if we execute that properly with following guidance and the compliance, the infrastructure that's solid and secure for the investors, staking is giving much more bigger advantage than the art itself for the NFT world, actually. So yeah, so that's why we at Opulence X, me personally, like I am not gonna, I mean, like, I always visioning things ahead of time. I don't build something for today or tomorrow. I see things in the bigger picture, and I always ask myself, where do I want to see myself in the next 5 years? That direction is where I'm going. That direction is what I am building how opulence today. Like some people probably impatient, like, Mel, this is like this. Mel, this problem, this. So now, so I always tell to my people, look, Apple will not have Apple 15 or 16 or Max Pro without going from 1 to 14 first. So when it comes to the technology, it's evolved. And we as a builder and developer, we're taking note as well, because in this new tech stack, there is no playbook. We all learning by doing it. Like me myself, whoever you are that know me 4 years ago, is complete the knowledge that I have today versus the 4 years ago. And it's completely different, because I personally, as CEO and founder, I am also evolving every single day. I learning from different people. I learning from different builder and different developer. I networking with them, so I share, we brainstorm things together, and that's what increased the knowledge. So this NFT part, why I want to touch this base, and I asked JT to host this podcast with this title, because I see a lot of misunderstanding. There are a lot of misuse case that happen on the NFT world where people especially with the project, they think like, okay, we have the good art, artists can do the good art, like Health AI was talking, or Deet was saying before at the beginning. When we just say, when we just look at that first impressions, that the art itself, yes, it's good, but would that offer you a long-term value creations of that NFTs or not? So that's become the problem, and that's why you see a lot of people can, just like token, anyone can launch NFT with pixelated, hand drawn. Even a small kid can just draw like that, and someone can create as an NFT, right? So to create NFT is easy, but how to create value of that NFT that make people wanting to hold those assets, that's become another things that we have to consider. So that's why one of the key economic principle, which is the first and foremost that important, is the utility first economic, because utility NFT are taking center stage in this 2025 trend. Let's be honest, that offering value beyond just digital ownership itself, because these tokens, provide exclusive membership, event access, and the other reward perks, for example, and making it like even brand like Nike, Adidas, everybody taking NFT to the center stage on this 2025, and that's how you see this utility and use cases become much more broader versus 3 years ago. Like what Dit was saying, if 3 years ago I bought NFT, I will, people will call me crazy, right? And I will say it's crazy. That's true. Me too. I know I'm the same thing, So yeah, so that's what the utility first economic is become the core and the first and foremost important part when it comes to the NFT.
Yes, and
So Mel, real fast, I literally get laughed at when I say I sell digital pixelated dogs. The other one is Bray. We've got Dragon with his hand up,
Yep.
and Dragon, you got to change your background, bro, because your hand up and your background match.
Good morning, Dragon. How you doing, brother? Oh, no mic. Yeah, maybe get your mic situated, Dragon. You might have to leave and come back, and then request to come back on stage. We'll hear from you. And just one thing I want to note is I don't know if you guys ever, like Dietz was saying, he wasn't sure years ago if he would be buying NFTs and stuff like that. I know that I bought some NFTs on Ethereum like a while ago, and like I didn't really know what I was doing, and the value of those went down by about a half since then. But that just made me kind of appreciate like the XRP's ledger's NFT system, because it's a lot cheaper than other chains. Like on Ethereum, you had to pay like the gas fees and stuff, and Bitcoin is even worse. So I just appreciate XRPL and the technology here that makes them even have the opportunity to become a self-sustaining token, if that makes sense. So
Yes, what you just mentioned is what the advantage in the XRPL with the leverage, the XRPL low transaction costs, right? Minimum, very minimum of gas fees for end users, and then the another part that you missed it is the royalty. It's integrated directly on the mainnet, on the core functionality of any marketplace, and this is for the artist forever. It will never change. It's yours forever. So, and that's what other chain has to work on that part, which is that's kind of like our core advantage on with the NFT on the XRPL. This is why I am not even surprised with the wave of the institution adoptions, right? Because gearing up to those wave adoptions from the institutional level, they want this type of core functionality that integrate on the native protocol itself, not as an extra with smart contract vulnerabilities and exposed to different vulnerabilities. And which is this is how amazing how the XRPL infrastructure is.
yeah, I'm glad we could
This,
touch
this,
on that.
this. My mic working?
Yeah, we hear you, Dragon. You're good now. I know you had your hand up for a while earlier. What do you want to speak on about, utility and stuff?
No, no, man, it's fine. I mean, my mic probably just broke up because of the internet in the apartment. I mean, I was sitting here listening to Mel and the others, and as always, JT, your spaces are full of knowledge. So I really appreciate, the possibility to come here first of all to listen, and then of course, to jump on the stage and I'll share a little bit, like the experience from someone who just entered the space and started, took how to say, I joined the NFT space as an investor. Spent a lot of time on that side, and then eventually moved to the part where I actually offered something to the community. And from this perspective, as someone who has the NFT project that is 1.5 weeks old right now, I'm glad to hear other people speaking about the utility, economics, and everything, because it somehow helps me also understand, am I on the right path, or I really, missed the picture completely. So,
Dragon,
yeah, man. Sorry.
you forgot to say something, and I'm gonna say it for you.
Yeah.
And your NFT sales are killing it right now.
Let's go.
He is so humble, but his VOC setup right now is beautiful, and he would never say it, but it is kicking ass. And I'll say it for you,
It is.
Dragon. So
Thank
I've
you.
actually heard like really, really good things about it too. I'm not gonna lie.
Thanks, guys. I mean, I appreciate the shout out, Cog, man. You put a smile on my face, and I'm now bugged. I don't know what to say.
Well, we're
I'm
glad
not
to
gonna
have
let
you
you be
with us here,
humble.
brother.
You are cooking, brother. I love it.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. I mean, I really appreciate it. Yes, the VOC is the name of the project, and it started a week and a half ago. You guys know me. You know that when I start, on X, I'm everywhere. I can work 24/7 making tweets. If I have people who will engage with that as you guys do, oh man, it's so amazing.
Yep.
Um,
We really support you here, Dragon, and we know you're passionate about your project and like everything you do. And you always have so much enthusiasm, and you're very humble too. So we love you here, Dragon. Don't worry.
Thank you, JT.
100%. 100%.
I just dropped this because I didn't want to really speak about this, but when you guys mentioned, and thank you again. I mean, I really appreciate that. I'll just say this: VOC mechanics. What we offered as utility is we have, so everything, all the proceeds, 100% of all the minting that is acquired, as Mel said, primary source of income, and then all the secondary sales, the royalties, 100% of it goes directly to the staking pool. So no one, rather the staking pool actually gets that XRP swapped to Corium and then gets staked. And then the project has no time duration limit. So that means 5 years from now, 10 years from now, as long as we have proof of stake blockchains, VOC project will continue delivering its rewards to all the NFT holders. And by saying this, we also included one more mechanics, and that's there is no monthly form. So if you minted once or bought once from the secondary market, you fill the form only at the very beginning, because obviously I need to know, what's your Corium address wallet in order to drop you the rewards every month. You are basically free to go. And 10 years from now, you will still keeping it. If you want to pass your wallet to someone else, that person will continue getting the rewards. And because of this, I think the VOC, I hope and I want to think that we changed a little bit the perspective how the things can be done. So we'll see. This is just let's say
I can
second week.
tell you right now, Dragon, because of you, I have already had my community go, why do we need to fill out the form every month? So now I've gone to, okay, fill it out once and now you don't have to anymore. So you are already changing the game.
Well done, Dragon. Already changing the game. He doesn't even know it.
Yeah,
He
less
was
than
like,
2
we're
weeks
gonna do
old.
it different, and I was like, oh shit, I better get on this before it gets crazy.
Yeah, I will say
Sorry.
the monthly, like trying to keep up with all the monthly claim forms and stuff at the end of the month, like after you get like 5 or 6, projects that you're invested in that all give out rewards like that, it's like you got to have a freaking bulletin board just to make sure you've crossed all your I's and
You get
dotted
them
your
all
T's.
logged in, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, so I did. I followed Dragon's suit, and we're only doing it once, so then you can just set it and forget it, so to speak.
Let's go.
Boom.
Thanks,
Bullish.
Dragon. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks for
I
sharing.
need to jump in here for
Yeah, go
a
ahead,
second.
Digi.
I am so lost. What are we talking about forums? Get in
Oh,
on this.
okay.
What are we talking about?
So real quick, Digi, a lot of the projects, so mine, Dragons, and a few others, at your NFTs are worth so many points towards an end of month reward of some sort, and in a lot of cases it's Corium rewards. Because Corium right now, the validators are paying 40 to 44%. And so what a lot of projects done with their NFTs have attached a Corium component to them and said, if you hold our NFTs or if you hold certain numbers or whatever, you acquire so much percent of the Corium reward that's paid out at the end of the month. So it's one way they can give utility to their NFTs. Because I don't believe Dragon has a token, but he has the NFT and he's connected it to Corium. Dragon, correct me if I'm wrong.
Exactly, Cog. So there is no coin, only Corium, and the only reason we decided not to go with the coin is, for me personally, that's too much of accountability, and something that, because at the end of the day, if you have someone who holds a big chunk of your token, and that person decides to leave for whatever reason, somehow people always think you as a developer are responsible for it. So we decided just to step away from that game and go with something like layer one cryptocurrency, that's Corium, that offers like some kind of stability and enough volume so that people can get the Corium, decide to stake that Corium for themselves, or just swap that Corium for the XRP and do whatever they want. So that's the only reason.
Quick questions. Is Corium's tokens is deflationary or are they black hole or are they like a flare? May I know? Do you guys know?
Sounds like a
I'll
great
find out
question
real
for one
fast.
of these Corium gurus. I think we all just invest in Corium because of the APY, honestly.
I'll be
Do
honest, I
we
think that the
have
40
any
to
Corium
44%.
viewers in here? I would actually like to know more about Corium. I'm kind of the Corium illiterate.
So I can give you what I know, but if anybody has a deeper dive on it, because it's a layer one, at some point in the past, it hit some very high dollar figures. Like I think it hit $1.50. And so right now, when it was at 12 cents, people were buying it in tons because the validators were, you could stake with the validator and earn 40%. And so a lot of us who got in at 12 cents and have been staking and restaking every day, because you can compound it as many times as you want a day, when it hit 18, 22 cents, a lot of us cashed in a few $1,000s. We either restaked it or sold out. So that was the allure for me to kind of look at how I wanted to incorporate it. Because it is layer one, there is volume, there is liquidity. It wasn't a token issue. Does that
For
make sense?
me, it's important for me to know if it's a deflationary asset or it's continuously minting like Flare. Because if that, I avoid it regardless. I know you get 40%, 50%. I would rather not to do that. I personally, one of the victim of the Songbird SGB tokenomics, and I hate that. And ever since, I just stay away from that network because of that experience that I had with SGB. So that's why I personally, as an investor, not as a builders, I don't know about quorums and their ecosystem
So,
whatsoever.
Mel,
In the investor standpoint, my personal, I avoided any asset that not deflationary asset. The reason why we're investing on XRP is because XRP is deflationary asset. So, there is, of course, we know there is a larger number of the escrow amount that hold by Ripple. That's only already causing a lot of dynamic within the ecosystem in regards to value, in regards to other stuff, right? So now imagine if someone just keep minting tokens, issuing tokens after tokens after token. Yeah, it probably looking good at the beginning, but what is the accountability if on the long term? Is that going to be sustainable though? That's kind of things. Or someone else just going to be someone else exit liquidity, like what happened with a Songbird that right now worth nothing. It's painful to see you put like over $12,000 and now you see on the wallet it's only worth $300.
to answer your question, Mel, Corium is currently not deflationary, but it operates with what they're calling a variable inflation model.
Yeah, I'm seeing deflationary mechanics in there. Like they burn 20% of every trade and the fees, and then it's got a maximum cap of 2.1 billion tokens. That's hard capped. But they do have an inflation model to reward the validators and delegators. Tokens are minted and added to a reward pool and distributed to these participants. So the question really being is, have they reached that 2.1 billion token supply, or are they still currently minting?
If the,
Dun, dun, dun.
if they have those inflationary models for the validators, that it means they are still minting. The same with Flare. That's all I can say. Because if they don't, they will not have those inflationary models. The reason why they have those inflationary models, tokenomics, is because they're still minting. That's just about it.
Yeah, that's how they would reward their validators and be able to give out that APR.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do burn part of the transaction fees though. So
yeah, 20% of the transactions are burnt. 20% of the total fees are burnt from the transaction.
Okay, well, while we got that, let's just bookmark that. We got 3 hands up. Don Turin has had his hand up for a while, so I just want to get these so that way we can keep asking questions. So, Don, you have your hand up. Are you able to speak on anything right now? Don Turin.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, just real
Yes,
quick,
sir.
go ahead and tell us what you're about.
Yeah, man. Respect and thanks for having me up. Gray. Big ups to all of the co-hosts, speakers, and listeners. I go by the name Don Turan, and Don Turan Music is my record label. I'm a music artist, publisher, producer, audio engineer. I operate a separate account called Blem Media, and Blem is the acronym for Best Lifestyle Embracing Morals. And I started that account.
Gotcha. And just real quick, we're kind of having a discussion about NFTs today. I know you're just looking to promote yourself, so we're just kind of keep that on track because you know, this will be uploaded multiple places and stuff. So we're just trying to stay on task, if that's all right.
Yes.
Just don't want to disrupt the conversation too much, you know.
Yes, I was just briefly introducing myself before I dived into it now. Mel, and respect to Mel too. I like what she's doing with Opulence X, as it relates to utilities. She mentioned the 3 standards: utilities being one, royalties and tokenomics. As a music artist, I must say exploring the XRPL when I just came in to the space, it was a term thrown around that the music is the utility similar to the art. And of course, we see different solutions, especially with, of course, the opulence. Shout out to Adrian, of course, who joined me in my breakfast corner spaces impromptu from time to time, and he was able to articulate the wonderful stuff that opulence have going on, in terms of the verified collection, such as the rip card, the honey comb, all of those function that enables us to give a better reward tier to supporters. And I must say, on a transparent level, as a music artist, I from time to time utilize the blockchain as an auxiliary to distribute my music, and as a startup, a crowdfunding mechanism, also a means to onboard and to get, of course, as you see, I'm in a space like this learning about the XRPL and networking. So I feel like that gives a value to my listeners, as I'm a peer-to-peer guy. Just earlier, I was at the gas station, and I put it at task to onboard the cashier, who I see from time to time, and that's just my thing. No, I am fascinated by DeFi, decentralized finance, big on staking. Um, of course, I got onboarded on Ethereum when the gas fees were a bit high. I kind of shied away. No, it's different, but I got into XRPL and now learning about HR and the LP staking there. So as a musical artist, exploring platforms like XRP Cafe in terms of royalties and music. I see the royalties set to whatever the creator might desire. I must say to that point. And in terms of tokenomics, to land. As I said, with functions like opulence that enables artists as such as myself to offer rewards on an automatic kind of basis. I think that adds to the tokenomics and the utility value in conjunction, and I look forward to seeing more diversification in terms of staking, as that's something I do and look into LP staking. So yeah,
Yep.
that's pretty much it.
Yeah, glad to hear that, you know, you've experienced other blockchains and, you know, you're got eyes on the XRPL, and that's like why we have these spaces, just kind of helping people like yourself kind of be more familiar with the XRPL kind of ecosystem. And we've already went over a few things, is like how it's so sustainable and cheap to use and stuff. So yeah, thanks for coming up here and sharing your experiences so far. And hopefully you can keep learning and, you know, put out the best project that you can. So yeah, I'd love to hear that you're interested and you're actively looking for utility and building and stuff. So yeah, good job on your project. I know we've also had Health AI hand up for a while, and then all the money. If Colton wants to speak after that.
Hi, thanks, great. My question is for Mel. So, Mel, you were talking about opulence and the NFT marketplace. And please correct me if I am wrong. My understanding is that Opulence is planning to launch an update soon. And my question to you is that the problem about the royalty with the artists that I'm working with, that's something that I'm still trying to work out. And as you know, the XRP Cafe, it's not that clear. So my question to you is: are you planning to implement a mechanism for to make it concise and clear for the forever royalties for the artists? And the other question I have for you is if you launch on a specific collection and on opulence, of course, and we are working the closest we can with you guys, is there any type of marketing opulence is offering to the projects that are willing to basically work with opulence?
Okay, let me answer that one by one. First, the first questions is about the royalty for the artist. Because you're a project and then you hire an artist, right? It means the issuer wallet is belong to the project. So like the other people or the other project that I know that already working with another artist to create their NFTs, basically you have separate contract with them in terms of those collection. That royalty you put it on that contract. What is your agreement? Um, Honestly, for the artist itself, from my understanding, it's going to be hard for them to keep up with the royalty because the issuer wallet is belong to the project, right? Unless they are partner or they are really under the same managements or they're part of the management team, that will be different story. But they are, if they are just the third party that was hired, that will be complicated for them to keep tracking those secondary market of the NFT where the issuer wallet is not on their control, right? So unless you implement later on an escrow features between you and the artist that way, that multi signatures of the wallet, that's another different story. But I think that will be complicated for you as a project if you implement that. And to answer your question, we don't do that also on our how the core features on the marketplace implementing the royalty. is strictly directly to the issuer wallet. So whatever negotiations or contract behind what is visible on chain, it's not really, I cannot really give you that optional where a split between the artist or the project wallet. That's just not possible, because strictly on chain, whatever secondary market royalty will goes directly to the issuer minting wallet.
And
That's yeah.
and to add to that, so I've worked with artists in varying places, and what we've done is contracts on the side where they either get paid up front and they don't worry about the issuer wallet, or any of the royalties. They did the collection, they got paid, and they went on. I've had other artists that I've worked with that said, hey, when it mints out, then I'll take payment and you can have royalties and the remainder of the fee. And then I've had other artists who were like, I'll mint it and I'll send you your cut, and they keep the royalties for themselves. So there is a negotiation that happens, and there is actual signed documents in the background. So when you're working with artists, if it gets to that complexity, you can absolutely sign a contract and say, this is how we're going to operate. And that way it keeps everybody, in the black and white, know how to function.
And I think a good person to ask real quick would be All the Money, because they have a certain agreement paid out. All the Money, you want to touch on that?
I can tell you that I can see a very concrete way of automating the split of royalties without smart contracts on the XRPL. Just due to like some of the stuff that I've been trying to build like on my own right now. Essentially, like whenever if I do an airdrop and stuff, I set the mathematics up prior. Like I could tell a Web2 function essentially to split whatever income comes in into two spots of 50% each, and then to dish this out basically immediately, so that the entire amount of whatever is in the project NFT wallet is sent out every time this thing is automated. So for ATM, we have a split coming into our wallet. It's 3% for me, the artist, and 3% for ATM. And that's basically all I do on my own is I'll send 50% to the ATM community wallet, and then I'll send 50% to myself. And every single time I do it, leaving a zero balance. That it basically makes sure that the 6% that's coming in for royalties is split into two, so 3% for each of us.
But you're having to manually do that, correct? Like you're watching.
Yes, but why, the only reason I'm saying that is because it can absolutely be automated. It's the same way that you
Yes,
do an
it
airdrop.
can. Yes, it can.
Yeah.
Because right now, for example, with C on Zaman wallet, he distribute the Zaman service fee that he charged to non-pro wallet, right? He automatically distribute that in forms of check that you can cash it and directly send to the, for example, like I have the marketplace wallet. So that check, he sent it directly, those portion for the builders from the Zaman service fees that he allocated for the builders or the apps that exist on the XRPL. He automatic distributed every week with those forms of actually there is a way to do it. Yes, it can. Definitely it can. It's not impossible. It's possible.
And I mean, Mel, you can even make it actually pretty complicated. If you utilize maybe two different wallets as one wallet that receives all of the royalties and its total, and then if that splits into two, if you add another wallet that can split into four, it can split into as many as you want to. Like essentially, our wallet could split into 8, as long as the percentages are set, and it basically zeroes out the account every single time. So I've been trying to get people to realize that Web 2 should not be dead in the Web 3 space. It really should be utilized to its max potential, because it's, after all, Web 3 was meant to be just the future of how Web 2 operates, how we operate online. And
well, the Web 3 is the internet money. That's it.
Yeah, it's always weird. It's always weird when I talk about Web 3, because I've always asked people, like, what does that even mean? Can you define that for me? Because
that's what I always say. If I got
crypto.
those questions, I just say, well, it's internet money. That's it. That's kind of like I put it that way.
That's all you need to know.
To make it easy.
Just replace the Web3 with crypto every time you speak.
Basically, when you're
But
talking
yeah,
about XRP, yeah.
there's a lot of instances over the past couple of days that I've been running into where I have a light bulb moment go off, and I realize you don't need smart contracts. You just need good programming. That's it. Once you have that, and you can
That
set the
smart
path.
contract programming, Carlton. That smart contract is the
But
programming.
but it doesn't have to be on chain programming. Whenever I bring something up to somebody and they say, "Oh, well, XRP can't do that because we don't have smart contracts." It's like, okay, well, build it on Web 2 and then tell your wallet what to do.
Yeah, there's a lot.
You know what I
Patient
mean?
patient is a virtue, Carlton. It's coming. You know that, right? It's if you look on the vote amendments recently that posted, like I always say, Apple will not have Apple 16 and Pro without 1 to 14 or 1 to 15 first. So this technology is evolving, the network is evolving. And I think I brought this up in one of the blog that I wrote regarding the DeFi infrastructure and on the XRP ledger, although XRP ledger is one of the long or OG on the chain, which is already over 12 years old right now, but still the DeFi infrastructure on the XRPL only began actually last year when they launched the XRPL AMM on the core mainnet, so that's what and it's begin from there, and that's why the DeFi roadmap by Ripple started to publish last year after the XRPL AMM live on the mainnet. So it's coming. So just take step by brick by brick.
And to be clear, Mel, like I'm not too excited about smart contracts on XRP, and only because I kind of thought about this system where we have a pretty good tool to incentivize the rest of the crypto ecosystems to come over to a chain where they can't be scammed for interacting with, an NFT or a transaction that's dusting their account that has a smart contract attached that can steal information. I mean, there's definitely plus and minuses, to having to sign transactions, but I don't know. It seems like what XRP does best is move value across the internet, and I don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop myself there.
You're doing fine, Colton. Don't worry. Um, Lions, did you want to say something? And then after that, I know Penguin's creator left a pretty inconvenient message about Corium, so it would be kind of a counterpoint to what we were saying. So I just figured that'd be good to hear. Anyways, Lions, did you want to say something, and then we can get on to Penguin?
Oh yeah, I was going to go back on a previous note that we touched on as far as artists and payment systems and how it all works. Taz is our resident artist, and we recently had this conversation. Whether you should take some of the royalties, take some of the mint. And my advice to him was, you provide a service. You get paid for your service, and that's it. You walk away from that. So I just wanted to keep that very simple for him because we don't actually have the tools yet that all the money and opulence have developed to be able to split all that up and make sure it's fair and it's done correctly. And we only want to make sure that he is creating art for reputable projects. So it's not necessarily all about the money for us. It's about the image. It's about the credibility to the project and to the artist.
Right, and I definitely get what you're coming with on that. And just as a reminder, after we hear from Penguins, I'm gonna give out some more stuff. So just make sure you like and retweet this post of the space down there at the pill bottle at the bottom right of the space. That'll be like what we're pulling off of to see if you win something. So make sure you like and repost this. And then, like I said, Penguin had something negative to say about Corium, so I just wanted to let him be heard. Are you there, Penguin?
Hey, what's going on? Great. Corium is what it is. If you guys don't understand just basic economics, you could just look at the white paper and really dissect it. It's not sustainable. It's just not. Number two, I believe that the payments and how you guys want to be able to divide it with the contracts and whatnot. You got LLCs. If people and humans who had loyalty, honor, and integrity, then then you could go that route. But once somebody screws you, all you could do is your only next chess move would be to sue them. But then they could just go ahead and close the LLC and go ahead and open up a new LLC. So there's no recourse that you could do. I think you do have to have protocols to be able to be put in place to allow those transactions to occur. So there's no fraud being played. Humans could go ahead and switch different ways and different lanes based on their financial situation. What if their kids got sick and they're at a hospital and they need $100,000 to save their child? You think they're going to screw their community for their child? 100%. So I look at like ZAO, something like in that network where you're having integrated hooks where they're going to be able to implement how things are distributed. And once that protocol is in place, it can't be rewritten. Right. So once you proof test it, you go ahead and try to hackathon it and it passes. Now you got a protocol that everybody could agree on. And now you just go ahead and put in the digits. Right. So you got your artist that wants to go ahead and get 5% of the 10% of the royalties. You could put that in play, plug it in, put it in the wallet. Now it goes automatic. Now you don't have an individual that you have to depend on to be able to make things fair and legit. Because, in this world, there's a lot of legit honorable souls, more than not, and that's just the truth of it all. But great GT, what I do see is everybody's trying. I think a lot of people are saying that they could do more than they can, and they're taking a lot of people's life savings, wasting people's times. A lot of people can't take a hit,
Yeah, and that's one thing I want to,
I think it's kind of sad, man.
I do want to make a note on that. Like, it's always important to do your own research and kind of vet the people that you're investing in. And, even after you do that, things could happen. So, it's definitely a volatile kind of space that we work in here. But, we just try to find ways that we can kind of be positive and, not get rugged, honestly. So, yeah. Thanks for giving that point to us, Penguin and Digi. If you want to say something, your hand's up again, and then after that, we'll do some giveaways.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to say something. I mean, I heard what was just said, but maybe I'm naive, but I do believe in the good of humanity. And I know that for a fact that there's so many bad players in this space. I know for a fact that we've all got PTSD because 1 week in the trenches is basically like 3 months in a war. It's that kind of intensity that we all go through. We got to a point where we wake up in the morning, and if you have an investment in any of the tokens, you expect it to have been rugged, and you're actually really surprised that it did, if it did. But I want to believe in the goodness of human nature, in the fact that, yeah, there are many opportunists, there are many people who are going to take advantage of people's goodwill in investing in the project, but there are the players who are behind the scenes who don't want that to happen, who don't want their names sullied by bad moves that you'll be doing to somebody. Because at the end of the day, I think that you have to go and look at yourself in the mirror. And even though we're detached because we're really kind of interacting behind the screen over here, or for an electronic keyboard, there are some things that you need to actually take into consideration, which is, who are you as a person? And maybe I'm in the big minority that people don't look at it this way, and they just think, hey, shut up, man, just give me your XRP. Yeah, maybe that's true. But there are some of us who really won't screw people over just for the sake of emergencies, or won't do certain things just for the sake of getting away with it anonymously, or if you haven't KYC'd yourself. I'm KYC, does that mean anything? To me it does, maybe to others it doesn't, but there is a gathering of people, and I will have to keep saying this particular group, which I've known for a while, the Lions, man. These individuals have proven over time, my project has proven over time, that there is a genuine desire to do well for the XRPL. And I'm in a nation stage in terms of this project, but I know for a fact I'm not alone. And I know for a fact that collective goodness can make a huge difference. We're able to make that big change that we want to see in the world. It's just about taking a decision and making it happen, despite the fact that we see all this negativity behind us. Thank you.
No, 100%. But then why are you sleeping with the people that are actually rugging people? So you speak so highly of yourself and honorably, but then you're teamed up and partnering with a bunch of other scam artists. So I don't understand where that actually lies in place. So we could speak to speak and talk to talk, but are we walking it? So That's all I got to say about that. I'm just talking about everybody in general, and probably you too, if I had actually the time to look into your project. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm definitely, but that's why I didn't, right? Because I didn't actually spend time. But a lot of times that I've been spending on projects and looking at different projects and actually understanding traditional finance and how actually money works and how it's going to be integrated into the actual ecosystem. And then once you actually have the in-depth knowledge of how the inner workings work, then you could actually identify scams. You could see how the system won't work. You could see how it's not economically viable.
Yeah, and just one thing I want to kind of bring up to a point is, you know, we're mostly just trying to talk about NFTs right now. I know there's a lot of opinions about certain things, but I'm just trying to bolster these NFT discussions. That being said, I have a ton of, thank you guys for, coming on and speaking your mind and, being, open about it. But I have a hard out in about an hour and 45 minutes. I have to go move a hot tub. So I need to get I need to get some of these giveaways rolling out so that way I'm not late.
Let's do some giveaways, man. I'm sure you got them lined up. Let's roll through them, man.
Yeah.
What we got going up first?
So first we
Here
got
is first world problems.
Sorry, you know how it goes. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and do half of the giveaways and then 2 of the NFTs. So starting off, we have, like I said, half. We're doing 5 giveaways of 30k opulence tokens. So that'll be given out to people that have liked and retweeted this space. And I'm going to start doing my work here.
Hold on. Before you give those out real quick, I just want to go through the rules so everybody knows what's clear. Guys, make sure you go ahead and like and retweet the space before he does the roll. And while you're at it, go ahead and tag 3 friends.
Exactly, and I'm gonna need your help a little bit here, Tyler, while I get these posts written up, because you know how it goes when I get to typing, I can't speak. Or anybody that wants to.
Yeah. I'm on top of it. As long as I'm a winner, you know.
You're always a winner in my books.
You already won like 4 times.
You messed up all my winning rolls.
Yeah, so good luck. You might not get any more one tonight.
Oh, that's all good. I'm a winner every time I go to the ATM.
That's right.
You like that, didn't you? But yeah, since we're talking about NFTs and distribution and being able to give them a way to reward holders, I want to move on towards Mel's opulence honeycomb system.
Yes.
To where the NFT staking is actually taking place. To where projects can reward holders of their NFTs with either their own token or another token of their choice, or even just XRP, if I'm not mistaken. Mel, would you like to speak more about the honeycomb system and how people can get involved?
Uh-oh, I'm pitching again. I'm not expecting to pitch today.
I'm right here with you.
Anyway, all right. Okay, so the honeycomb is the staking for the NFT, because I personally believe the NFT project or any project that launched their NFT responsible to give back, to rewarding their early supporter, as they're building their ecosystem, as they're building the platforms that they want to build, or the tools or the features or whatever they offer. It's always I want the founder or the project leader to responsible to take care of their community. So that's why I personally challenge those people or those founders with these utilities that I'm providing. Would the project give back to their community in terms of, regardless, is that going to be if you have your own tokens, or if they, like Tyler said, if that's going to be on the form of XRP itself, are they going to give back to the community? Because that's also part of building the trust, especially in this early stage of the project, right? How you can be sure they're going to, I think Penguin brought this clearly. There are a lot of project doesn't even have tokenomics that viable. and and that's the reason why I bring this topic about the NFT economics, because I see it a lot, that a lot of NFT project that launch currently, it's just an extractor. They are just extracting, and they are not sustainable. That's why I personally, don't quote this from me, but I would go towards the utility first economics versus the art itself. Although if the art is really great, I will treat that as the collectible asset. That's there is no doubt on my end. But when it comes to the economic principle, I'll go with the utility first economics, meaning that I would go towards the utility NFTs that that provide more exclusive membership or even access or reward perks, and the loyalty rewards in terms of liquid asset like token, because NFT itself is not always liquid. So the token itself, if back again as well, like what's the name, Dragon before brought this up, he invested because he doesn't want to go so much hurdle with creating tokens or whatsoever. So what he did is basically invested on the layer one token, that have rewarding structure where he can reward his community. That's one way another, right? That's fine too. And because that's another part. If you want to rewarding your community or project, I mean the holders, make sure that your token is liquid. Make sure your token is tradable, and that's why we have the AMM pool, right? And that's why the Opal Farm, the other utility that we're providing for the token project is the AMM pool that for the liquidity provisions, we're pushing a crowdfunding to strengthen your liquidity while you are building. This is all connected. This is part of your commitment, how you're building trust and to your holders and your participations and your product and services that you are building on the XRP ledger, that adding value to what the asset that you issued, regardless if that NFT or the token. So back again to the honeycomb. The honeycomb is the launchpad, the NFT staking for any NFT project. If you are independent content creators, if you are NFT project, if you are meme coin that have NFTs, or the platforms like TextXRP or myself, that full with is a utility platforms. Regardless, whatever it is, you can launch, deploy your own rewarding pool through our platforms without hard coding yourself. Leveraging this pool to rewarding your community, and every process is done on chain. Basically you submitted everything, and that's why I make it the way how the launchpad, you launch your own pool, you set your own period, you set your own time frame, you set your own options for claiming daily or weekly or auto drop, all those customizable function, everything is hard coded on chain. So this is for me also part of my contributions to ecosystem, because I personally believe if the project thinking about long-term creation value of their asset, they would go miles away to make that happen for their holders, for as part of the commitment, giving back what they're earning to the rewarding staking pool for their holders. So that's what the honeycomb is all about. There's two options on the honeycombs. You can, if you have NFTs, if you want a rewarding based on the rarities, because probably you value the art itself, has value bigger if it's more rares, and then and versus the only the basic, so there is rarities options, reward system that we can create based on 3 to 5 tiers depending on how big is your collections. And then there is the fixable amount of reward. Basically, if you have only like 300 NFTs in one collections, you cannot go with rarities because it's going to cost you more. So you just want to go with the fixed reward system, which is for those 300 NFTs collections. So yeah, so that's basically what the honeycomb is all about.
and I can comment on this because I'm actually involved in all three systems. Um, first off, we got the Lion CEOs. There's only 99 of them. They receive an automatic daily drop of Lion token, thanks to Mel. And we're actually exploring the option to add more tokens to their daily drop. That is always going to be bringing back rewards and giving value to our Lion CEOs. And then we've got Tooth and Token. Tooth and Token was developed by a AAA gaming studio that's currently developing for X Factor. They've worked on major titles such as Fortnite, Diablo, Modern Warfare, and they created this collection underneath the Lions. We are doing a rarity tiered system, just like Mel said, to where the top rarities will receive the bulk of the vault. And every single project's actually still minting right now at 10 XRP, and every single day until the mint is finished, we mint NFTs and we burn them, reducing the supply, increasing the rewards, and deciding which traits we want to burn. Then we got Taz, man. Taz was a project we ended up CTOing, and he, as an artist, came forward because he was front run, and he doxed himself completely, and the whole community felt comfortable handing off the dev wallet to him, so I gave him the keys to the dev wallet, and now he runs that project, and he plans on being the premier go-to artist for the XRPL. So if you are a project that is looking for an artist, Taz is usually available if he's not working on something else.
Hey, real quick, Tyler, you won the Tooth and Token page, won some tokens. You want those 35,589 CTO tokens?
Tooth and Token won them. Go ahead. I mean, what are they?
35,589 tokens.
Oh, 589. I need some of those.
All right, I'll just I just want to see. Yeah.
He need that because he's adding all those what's the name, Alan, he basically adding all those into LP pool. He's playing around with all those LP pool on the apple farm, and then all those farmers are getting, always there is a new tokens airdrop or anything, they got the biggest rewards or the biggest drop when we have some onboarding tokens on the ecosystem. So yeah, being a farmers on the Auto Farm Project Alliance is very, very beneficial. They always get the priority when it comes to the new token airdrop that joining the ecosystem. Then they will be receiving the highest tier that we create for those holders and the farmers. So and definitely Lion is going to do that because he wants.
I'm double siding in. No,
he just asked me yesterday about that. I was like, which pool that I should contribute so I can get this big of airdrop.
Yeah, real quick.
I'm just like, I'm gonna put in all of them. It doesn't matter.
Hey, just real quick. Dietz had to leave. He had some contractors show up at his house, so Mel, just accept my co-host. And then other than that, I can give you guys an update on where we're at on the token giveaways. So I just
just guys that actually won something again.
Oh wow. And then so let's see, going down the list, we had I think everybody saw the 5 winners because we did that live, but we did 100k Chill Guy tokens. Those went to SMHAND. It's Sheila Marie. There you go. That's an easier way. So they won 100,000 Chill Guy tokens. XRP Banter won 100k XHO tokens. Tooth and Token won 35,589 tokens. And I'm about to do another roll for another token, which is Text RPs. The ticker's TXT, and 500k of those. So Pazzo just won himself 500,000 TextRP tokens. So congratulations.
Nice,
Pazzo.
Congratulations, Pazzo. The furniture of X Factor.
Furniture. So I'm almost done with these giveaways for now, but like I said, I do have it hard out in about an hour and a half, so I will need to get these giveaways done before then. But after these 500,000 XRP tokens, we're going to give away 50k XRH tokens. So just I'll chat it up about those tokens while I do the rest real quick. I gotta catch up.
I noticed Pazzo and some new additions over there to the honeycomb system.
I haven't noticed that yet. Talk about that a little bit.
Oh, I don't know if I'm supposed to spill the beans or not because I ain't seen nothing on Pazzo's page, but I'm gonna bombard him right now.
Uh-oh.
No, because I'm paying attention. I love what Pazzo's doing. He's building inside. He's always there. I see him in the spaces. I see him inside of the Expector. He's always contributing. He's part of the community. He's spreading awareness, love, and information. So definitely got a lot of respect for Pazzo, and I'm happy to see him up there on the honeycomb system and getting involved with Opulence. I don't know if he wants to come up here and speak about his project or not, because it is on the subject.
Yeah, we can have him up here. That'd be nice. But yeah, Pazzo's, like you said, some of the furniture and Expector. So
Yeah, furniture don't talk. Is that what it is?
something like that.
I think we need to get your mic fixed, Pazzo. That's what it is.
Yep. Another time. Another time.
Yep, another time. Let's see who else we got up here. We haven't heard from Taz. Taz
Yeah, I
was
mean,
kind
I'm here, bro. I haven't really had a chance to drop in. You guys are so busy talking about Corium, all this stuff. So general consensus is Corium, it's going to create interoperability, not to just sidetrack off NFTs, but I just wanted to clear that up. It's going to create interoperability between NFTs, stocks, precious metals. Like, isn't that going to be like next level? Like, I don't know what Penguins has to say about that, but like, what about that?
That's great questions.
We're moving on past that. I want to talk
We're moving
about
past that. We'll save that for next time. But either way, thanks for the shout out, Tyler. I really appreciate all you guys. Again, I'm new to spaces in general, but you guys this will be like my new family, and I feel like a kid on the first day of school kind of, but more and more I'll just be part of the conversation and jump in, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to do this with you guys, and like you can check out Taz. Like what I'm working on is going to be something never before seen, and like I don't know if everyone knows the story. I don't have to go into that real quick, but like I did develop Taz completely, and what happened was I was front run in the whole project. Like I put the X page up and I launched the collection ahead of time before a token, and someone stole that, launched a token, and then Tyler was just there in the Lions group to CTO it. Now I'm officially a Lions CEO, and yeah, what we're gonna create is gonna be just amazing. We're gonna bring awesome stuff to Ledger. Taz is gonna represent a conscious community and like integrity for whatever that means to everyone. And yeah, let's just move on to the giveaways.
Let's go, bro. I appreciate your enthusiasm. I love the energy you're bringing in. You're going to fit in just fine on Spaces because you're pretty positive, seems like, guy.
Okay. Cool.
But let's see. We got one more token giveaway to do, and then I'll give away some NFTs. So, sorry, I was just looking at something. So the next winner is going to win 50k XRH tokens. So let's roll that off now, and then we'll do 2 NFTs. So the winner for that giveaway of those is Dogman. Dogman gets the tokens.
Nice. Congratulations, Dogman. We're actually working on their 3D building for Expector.
Yeah, I've seen a little sneak peeks and stuff. Looks pretty dope.
Yeah, we're doing the interior for them. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be unique, and that's what we go for.
Let's go. Your wallet. Okay. So let me just take this screenshot and then we can talk about the NFTs. Let's just see what's on the list of the NFTs. The first NFT we're giving away is going to be an Ultra Mega Pepe NFT from Airdrop Gaming, if anyone wants to speak about that.
Ultra Mega Pepe.
Ultra Mega. I don't really know anything about that So that'd be kind of Mel's department. Because I don't know about that specific NFT.
Ultra Mega Pepe is the NFT collection by Airdrop Gaming. He's also our Project Alliance partner. He has established fully developed games, play to earn games that has been since 2022, I believe, on iOS and Android. So I think he's right there down below. I don't know if he wanted to talk. Let me bring him up here. I think we can talk to you better about his project and what he's doing. And I know Ultra Mega Pepe is also giving much more whitelist for his coming things that he's doing. So let me bring him up there. And I don't know. I don't know if I can bring him up.
Yeah, he's gonna have to accept the request. I'll invite him and see.
All right, good. So he has Airdrop Gaming Hero play to earn games on iOS and Android. Currently earning bunch of XRPL token like 589 CTO, part of it, the XRH, the Rabbit Hole, Chill Guy, and what else? Oh, of course, Opulence, and TextXRP, TXT token. So if you play those game, play to earn game, he also have the leaderboard every week that for all those winners. But in the every missions, you can earn all those XRPL tokens from Opulence 589, the Rabbit Hole, Chill Guy, Dog, X Dog tokens as well. I think there are more. Tax XRP, that's X Hero. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Aegean, I'm sorry. X Hero. Yeah, X Hero token is also one of the um, currency that accept or reward tokens on the play to earn game by Airdrop Gaming Hero. He's launching another collections. This is larger collections for his game as well. And those that hold this Ultra Mega Pepe is automatically whitelist to the new collection that he's going to launch. Yeah.
Looks like
So,
he might not be available to speak.
yeah. So he texted me just now. So yeah, it's okay. Next time. But he's working on something. So yeah, but that's basically in general about Airdrop Gaming Hero and the project that already established on the XRPL since 2022. And right now his play to earn game is the House of Multi-currency, including the meme coins and utility token like Opulence and TextXRP as the reward tokens for those that completed the missions on that games.
Well, there you go. And let's do a spin and see who wins this. It's an Ultra Mega, is that right? Oh,
yep.
Ultra Mega Pepe, let's go. So let's spin it and let's see. The winner is taking a little bit.
Really?
Taking a little bit longer than normal. Oh, and it goes again to XRP Banter. So congratulations, Banter. You just won again. Crazy. Make sure you guys are liking and reposting the space to get entered in these giveaways. Make sure you do that.
Guys, everybody, I want to make a reminder real quick. Opulence does have an airdrop coming up with Spy Token and Nexus Water. So make sure to head over to the Opulence site and connect a trust line to every single project that they have. That way you become part of that airdrop.
All right.
Yes. To add to that, I think DG already dropped down. So there are few projects that launching their airdrop using our tools and our ecosystem because as you know, if we just do airdrop to everyone, it end up become chaotic, right? Instead of the builders building, they become extractor because they dump on those airdrop instead of supporting the project. So so far with the airdrop that we manage and we execute for some token project, we minimize all those dumper risk. And yeah, it's not like expecting like a huge number of holders, but at least 4,000 trust line is guaranteed with that one. So next Monday we have SPY token and Nexus from the Nexus Water, but his token ticker was not Nexus. It was my bad. I gave wrong information to my admin. So it was, the ticker is NXS from Nexus Water. So yeah, so they will be both airdropping on Monday, next Monday, 25th of August. So if you are holders of the list partner project within the Opal Farm ecosystem, then you all are eligible. If you are the farmers that already farming on the Opal Farm ecosystem that's supporting any project on the list, so far we have 23 project, I believe, then your wallet will receive the highest tiers of the drop. So yeah, support all these people and this project, because even myself as the project founder, I personally doing some filter who will contribute to the ecosystem, or who will be part of it, or who's not. If I don't see any growth, or if there is no directions, or I don't see the project is have those sustainable plan on their development, I personally not approving that tokens to be up on the Opal Farm ecosystem. And then when I see some people already good, at the beginning it has a good starting point, but then there is no indications of growth, I contacted the project. We delisted 2 tokens so far, since we launched the Opal Farm. So I really do some filter and how I put the project and their tokens on the Opal Farm itself. So it's not just anyone, submit. No, because I know it's kind of like not good to gatekeeping, but we are still at the early stage, and I need to protect the investor, especially the Opulence X ecosystem. So yeah, I like it or I don't like it, I just have to do my role. So those tokens that currently list on the Opal Farm ecosystem, they work towards their liquidity, and I push them every time to work on that part, so they are responsible to the asset that they issued. So
So going
Okay,
back to
real
that,
quick.
guys, if you won tokens tonight, go over to the Opal Farm, and I recommend double siding into that pool that you won the token for. Not only are you making yield off of your deposit, but you're also supporting the project.
Yep, exactly, and you're getting them for free. So
And airdrops too. Oh god, airdrops and free money just for being here. Damn. I want spin my name, spin
all
it
right.
again.
Well, next we are giving away a Mooding Kawaii NFT from Surreal Idea. So that'll be the next one. While I roll this out, I don't know if anybody wants to talk about that, but I'm rolling it out now, and then we'll be on.
That's part of the ecosystem over there at Opulence. I believe if you have 1 million Opulence in your wallet, you are able to claim a daily drip of Opulence. If I'm not mistaken.
well, the Mudeng Kauai is part of the honeycomb ecosystem. So without any minimum amount of holding, it will receive automatically daily opulence. Yes, that's part of the honeycomb. To get a little bit idea about the honeycomb's staking pool, which is this is more on the Launchpad side, which is open for any NFT project. The honeycomb doesn't require minimum holding to receive daily drop, and doesn't require holders of the NFT to register your wallet also. While the other doesn't work with the other pool within our ecosystem. Why I require those threshold? There is a background. There is a reason why we implement those structure, because the opulence already established for 2 years right now, and then over the course of 2 years, there are over 2 billion token has been distributed across our ecosystem, across all our reward system to the early adopter. So to balance this, and as part of the tokenomics strategies, we have to have certain standard that we implement as the threshold on the third year all the way to fifth year if we want to sustaining our rewarding ecosystem. So that's the reason why for the society staking pool, all the verified collection under the Opulent Art Society member, the collections holders eligible to receive society stake. And the society staking earning opulence is coming from our system, which is our rewards, our supply. I give this opportunity for people that onboarding with the Opulent Art Society by rewarding their collection, because most of them coming from as an independent artist, independent content creator, and I give them the opportunity to rewarding their holders by being part of the Opulent Art Society member, with giving my tokens as the reward to their holders. But this is requires some collaborations, right? It takes two for tangos, so I need also to sustaining my ecosystem. So that's why the society staking pool only only available for those that met those certain threshold. I don't know if that's 500,000 or 1 million opulence, surreal. I think was 1 million. I think, yeah, I think it is 1 million. So that's 1 million opulence is just a threshold, and with the 1 million opulence, you can stake it on the LP pool or on the Opul Earn. You get more tokens without I take those tokens. You self custody those token on your owning. We just took the snapshot of your threshold, and you're fine. Yeah, so that's for the daily opulence for the baby moo or muden kawaii, beside the honeycombs itself, which is a daily opulence without any threshold. It's also part of the verified collection that earning daily opulence from the society staking pool if you met those threshold minimum holding of opulence with the NFT. And there's quite a large daily auto drop on that part, because I think there are total, I don't remember how big the size of the opulence in a year for that society staking pool for those eligible verified collection.
And just remember, guys, as the rewards go up, as the token goes up, the value goes up. Gray, man, you ready on that role you was working on?
Yep. I already did that, and that was the last one. Sort of that first like half of the giveaway, so I still have to give away like another like double what I already gave away, if that makes sense.
Oh wow, we got a lot more giveaways, guys. That means to stay tuned, stick in,
Yep.
and listen and learn.
And make sure you like and repost this space to be eligible to win something. I'm going to start rolling out these tokens here soon. I'll start with the 5 30k opulence tokens, because that just takes a little bit more time. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that now. But
Yeah, if you want us to get it set up for that, man, we can go ahead and shoot the shit for a little while.
Well,
and
let me
talk some more about.
JT, while you do that, Surreal Idea has his hands up, so we can let him ask or talk
yeah,
about
absolutely.
that.
Yeah, I just want
before he's speaking, I just want to let you guys know that Surreal Idea is one part of our management team member. He's our product manager, so he's right now you see him under the Surreal Idea because he's part of the community member that hired by us. He's very capable in what he's doing, and thank you for his contributions to our Opulence X. He's our product manager for those of you that doesn't know yet. So yeah, go ahead, Dirk.
Yeah, I just wanted to add one thing to the Moodang, just as a reminder. There is actually also a free pixel version of that Moodang that people get when they purchase a Moodang. And that pixel version is actually also Opal stakeable. So many layers of rewards in many different aspects. So just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah, that's right. I personally forgot about that, Dirk. Anyway, yeah, that's correct. So let me explain something. I know Tyler brought this up to me. For those that only knew about Opulence X and its ecosystem, I know it's gonna be hard to keep up with everything that we have, because like I say we have been building since 2 years, and we constantly developing and building something and implementing, integrating certain things to our ecosystem, right? Because like I said, we are evolving every single day. So when it comes to the rewarding structure, there are few of the reward system within the Opulence X ecosystem. The one that specifically just for the Opulence X, not the honeycomb side, which is the number one, is the Opal Earn. The Opal Earn is the soft staking rewards. This is for those that not active engagements, they just want easy and don't want to get too complicated, because they simply registered your wallet with a commitment amount with minimum 500,000 opulence, and you sign up with 1 month, 6 months, or 12 months locking. That locking is soft locking, because basically I don't take your tokens. We just took the snapshot of your holding when you registered the wallet, and that come with different APY, and you simply hold it in your wallet. There is no anytime you want to withdraw, of course you can, but then it will be forfeiting your APY terms, right? So if you committed 6 months, make sure the amount of your committed is same in that balance. So if you have 2 million, you want to commit it 1 million, make sure that 1 million is always be on your wallet. So then your APY during the period times of ended, whatever your options that you opt for, your reward will be paid, is not forfeited. So the second part for the NFT side, we have society staking. The society staking is the utility for the verified collections on the Opal Art Society member, where we help them setting up their reward system, regardless they have tokens, they don't have tokens, because at the beginning of the Opulent Art Society member, there are more artists that come as independent contractor, independent art content creator. Dirk is one of it. Adrian was one of it. Before he came with X Hero. So there are a lot of artists started as an independent content creator that you see right now on the space. So that's why we gave this society stake, where through their Pound King NFT that they bought, we put that back on the liquidity, and they were able to rewarding their community or their holders with the Opulence token in the daily basis. And it has been done for over 2 years right now. So we already finished 2 cycle, and we are right now on the 3rd year cycle. So on the Opal stake, on the other hand, that's for the utility NFT that we at Opulence X was issued at the beginning of our launching project, because we did the crowdfunding through our NFTs. We give back over 30% on the Opal faucet in terms with the XR on the form of XRP for 21 months, and now we are continuously for another 1 quarter. That's on the XRP faucet side. And then on the Opulence side, we gave those Opal stake rewards for those NFT utility. So yeah, that's strictly for all the NFT utilities within our Opulence X ecosystem. So that's why if you ask me why there is so much, and that's why the threshold is a little bit higher on that, because those people, like one wallet back in the day, in 1 year, they can generate 3 million opulence just by holding all those NFTs. And and they have enough to generate to met those threshold. That's really versus the amount that they earn. Those threshold meant nothing. And that's why when for the new users, it might seem, oh, that's too high. Yes, because they are new users. But for those that already with us since the beginning, because that's what the Opal stake is. However, right now I slightly growing, I adding those collection, even not ours. We add that as part of the eligible on the Opal stake, like some of Adrian collections eligible on that Opal stake. Surreal Idea also collections eligible on that Opal stake. But yes, the threshold is a little bit high, but there is a background story why it was a high in terms of the threshold. But again, I create different system. and it serve its purposes. It serve it different purposes. So if you cannot afford that you simply have the honeycomb. If you can afford with 500,000, then you can just simply using the opulent earn staking point, soft staking. If you just simply have, there is always spot for everyone in the OpenStax ecosystem, regardless whatever you're holding. If you are still at early stage, you can pair 100,000 opulence, which only costs you 8 XRP right now, pair it on the XRP pool, which is on the Opal farm, and you generate 15% APY on that farming pool in the daily basis you're collecting, and you can compounding. So there are a lot of tons of way to generate a multiple passive income that's sustainable within our ecosystem, regardless you owning 100,000 opulence or you have 3 million opulence, you meet those standards from our utility NFT holders, then you have room, you have space in the OpenStax ecosystem. I want to clarify that part, JD. Sorry, it takes a while for me.
No, you're fine. And I know we got a couple with our hands up. I wasn't sure who was first, but I do want to say real quick, Mel, you won some tokens, so I just re-rolled those. It would have been for Chill Guy, but I figured you didn't want to accept your own giveaway, huh?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, give it to the audience. Yes, for
Yep.
sure. No, I'm
And
okay
then
with that. Yeah.
and then I don't know who was first, but it's Surreal or Digi. I know you've had your hands up for a little bit.
Surreal was up next.
I think Surreal could go first, yeah.
Oh, sorry, my hand was up related to the Mudang thing earlier, so I guess I left it up there.
Oh, good. Sometimes it bugs out. And then go ahead, Digi.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to say we're really excited about the SPY airdrop, which is going to be taking place. You know, it may be nothing for a lot of people, but for us, because of the nature of our project and how we've been building it slowly but surely, building it brick by brick to get a solid foundation, we just find this to be the next step in the evolution of the project. So yeah, we're really excited, and we hope that those of you who are going to be receiving the airdrops very soon are going to see the benefit in having it, because we have many plans which have been pre-discussed with Opulence and a few other organizations, just to see how we're going to be growing, and growing for the positive benefit of the project, and as much as we can do for the XRPL as a project. Yeah, so yeah, we're really happy and stoked about that. I love Taz's artwork as well. That's something I need to give a shout out to. He's a great person, and he's very amiable, as well as so many other projects which I've come to familiarize myself with. Yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for the opportunity. Opulence too.
Of course, yeah.
In case anybody isn't aware of the SPY project, that is a wallet tracking project that gives you the ability to follow big wallets whenever they make a purchase. It gives you real-time updates, and then you're able to go into that token and do your own research and decide if it's something that you want to get involved with. There's also other features and updates that will be coming along shortly, I'm sure, as they're always over there building at SPY. And Digi himself is one hell of a content creator, guys. He made his own XRP music video. I've seen XRP songs. I've seen them everywhere, okay? This guy took one of his songs and made a music video. So he's got skill.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, basically, I just enjoy creating. I find it to be, sometimes when you get into these ecosystems, you get into these places, these projects, you find that the things that became your hobby once upon a time become your strengths in this particular niche. And I find it to be something which is not even difficult. It's just like a seamless transition that you put your passion into something and create what you feel is art. And if anybody else looks at that and appreciates it too, it's just another bonus. But yeah, man, I love it. Thank you very much.
Oh, 100%, guys. It's all about taking the skills you have in real life and learning how to monetize them. Taz being able to monetize his artwork, Digi being able to monetize his skills with AI, and other individuals as well. That's what it's all about, guys. Growing. Builders for builders. Hashtag.
Hard plug. And man, your phone just goes off and off, huh?
I'm just going to load up that video right now in case anybody's curious enough to have a look at it, the music video.
Yeah, sounds
Throw
good.
it in the chats, man. Everything's welcome in the chats.
And real quick shout out to 444 for winning some XHO tokens, 100k of those. I'm just doing these in the background while we talk. Just remember, I gotta
Oh,
move
you're
a hot
good.
tub in an hour, so.
You keep us on track, man.
Yeah, we're doing great, and I'm just glad we can get together. It's just a Thursday, 5 o'clock, Eastern Standard Time for me here, so I'm just relaxing. And glad y'all are relaxing with me too. Glad we got some winners for some giveaways as well. That's always good.
Yes, sir. And I want to remind everybody, if you do end up winning some tokens, one of the best things you can do is head over to the Awful Farming Pool and double side in to support that project. Open up a trust line, and it will make you available to grab an airdrop or two, because the optional system is always doing airdrops. In fact, you should set a trust line for every single project that's over there, because you never know what you're going to get.
JT, I want to answer the second question from Health AI. I don't think I answered that second questions of his regarding if anyone minted on the Opulence X marketplace, do they get marketing assistant? The answer is yes. That's what make us different compared to the other marketplace that exists on the XRPL. We support our artists, we support our content creator, regardless your project, you guys independent artists. Like I said in the beginning, like I said previously, most of the artists within the Upland Sex ecosystem that right now under Upland Art Society member, they come originally from as an independent artist. And as they evolve and they grows in the ecosystem, they contribute more and they participate more and they understand what they want to do in terms of growing their ecosystem. And because that's what I like to do. I like to mentoring people to understand what they're doing, what they're building, so they can see themselves what they want to do, in terms of what they want to achieve, and how they perceive it. And that's how I guiding and I providing the system or the features and the tools and support to reach to that destinations that they want to go. But again, it depends on how far your efforts, and you have to do it yourself too, right? I cannot just, like, for example, there is one of the, it's said that I heard this kind of statement from one of our community member, that one of the ex Opulent Art Society member, he's ex right now, and it's funny that we support him. We even gave him those red carpet joining the Opulent Art Society member with no cost, no cost. And I never take any money up front and all those things. You can ask anyone that dealing with me when it comes to the Opulent Art Society. I don't take any money from everyone that joining Opulent Art Society member. And we gifted those space for him. Then I heard something that when he left the Opulent Art Society member, and he said to the community member, "Oh, we don't get. I mean, our NFT is not really like they say that I am not supporting to their marketing."
Oh, did we rug?
I think she might have rugged a little bit.
She might have got a phone call or something.
Yep, that's how it goes for Mel.
Well, real quickly.
She's always busy, man. She's always busy. She's always got something going on.
Yeah, definitely. And she's always on phone calls too, which is why I'm so appreciative that she's able to hop on these spaces, because she's always in a phone call.
Dude, that's so totally true. I spent like 2.5 hours with her on the phone the other night.
On the platforms.
Uh-oh, Mel.
Huh?
Oh, you might have rugged for like 45 seconds probably.
Oh, someone is trying to call me.
Yeah.
And I know. I'm sorry. So where was it? Where did
you were leaving off that even after you guys have supported him.
Oh, yeah. So what I want to clarify is we give the features, the platforms and all the tools that to support our artists within our ecosystem. We're providing the liquidity. We give also the support in terms of marketings, broadcasting your collections in the daily basis. I have 5 social media team that always broadcast about all the project within ecosystem, their NFT collection. You can see it. Just Kate down there is my social media manager. Under her, there is 5 social media team. I don't hire sellers or call or influencer. I have my powerhouse social media team that doing what they have to do in the daily basis, broadcasting without and trying to bring out and highlighting this project in a good way, in the not like in the shilling or no. I don't have those things. But I do have a powerhouse in terms of social media team that will help to support the artist or any project within our ecosystem, broadcasting to the community what you're building, what you're doing, your products, your services, your NFTs, or blah blah blah. So again, the guarantee the success of your sales will depends on how much effort that you put it in there. We as the marketplace, yes, we give the supports, in our capacity. So don't expect that you're going to be minted out, because that's basically your job to make those successful marketing. We as the marketplace will support you with all the stuff that we can in our capacity. So yeah, I just want to be clear about that.
100%, 100%. I'm even going to tag on to that too, because I'm part of the Opulent system. I'm going to go ahead and promote myself a little bit. Tooth and Token down there, guys. Don't forget to go Tooth and Token. It has Lion Token rewards. 2% of the total allocation of Lions have been put towards those rewards. And every single day we are minting and burning NFTs, reducing the supply and increasing the rewards. This is the job that you're supposed to be doing, guys. Promoting yourself, promoting your token, promoting the value that you're giving back to the community. It can't all be up to Mel or Opulence to promote it for you. It's a two-way street. You get in or you get out of it what you put into it.
Yep, that's exactly right, because you can't just expect a system to work for you without putting in the work yourself. Real quick, on the giveaway front, I just gave away the rest of the tokens, and now we have the last 2 NFTs to give away. Do you want to switch to that, the Woman of the West, Mel?
What is that?
I think you're giving away that Women of the West.
Oh, Women of the West. Yeah. Dirk, is Women of the West is part of the OpenStack also or not? Right now, I think it is. No.
I think so. Let me check real quick.
So so when the Opulence X marketplace launched on August 28, 2 years ago, I have my own hand drawn. There is 5 character with anime style, but my style. So I have this 5 warriors that I created, and one of it is Women of West. Women of West, Women of Mediterraneans, Women of Freedom, Men of Asia. So what else? The other one, Dirk? Women of India. That's the other. Yeah.
The
So
unmistakable ones are Women of India and Women of Freedom.
Because the Women of West was already before
Yes.
Opel Fawcett for 19 months, right? They're part of the yeah. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. So right now only Women of India and Women of what? Freedom.
Freedom.
Okay, JT, you want to change the to the Women of India or Women of Freedom?
Which
I can
one?
give that one. So if anyone want to contribute to the Opel stake, that will be great. So instead of Women of West, let's give Women of Freedom.
Women of Freedom.
That's also my favorite. Yeah, that's also one of my favorite. Let me share how that looks.
Yeah, if you can send me the Discord link so I can pull it up on the screen.
Oh, I was kind of looking forward to something hand drawn by Mel.
Yeah, no, I was excited to see what it looked like.
Right? Now, we all know her style now. It's an anime style. So if you want to create an NFT collection and get Mel's attention, you know what she likes.
There you go.
Reading between the lines. That's what I do.
Yep. And then let's see. After this giveaway of this NFT, we'll be doing one more NFT, which is a Chill Pill NFT by Javachini.
So the NFT of the Women of Freedom that anyone that's gonna win today, that's on the Jumbotron. I share that. Creative, a thinker, relentless, a strategy is resourceful, and that's what Women of Freedom's characteristics. So yeah, I created that.
Let me see. I'll tell you if it's bad, okay?
He's gonna
You're
tell you a
welcome.
beautiful lie.
And actually, it's very pretty. I like it.
See, I told you a beautiful lie.
Let's see, I'll copy this.
If JT say bad things about me, he's fired.
Yeah.
Watching, man.
I had to keep my mouth closed now. Just play it.
Okay, yeah, that looks nice. I like it. Okay, yeah.
Okay,
And
yeah,
this gets
indeed.
you into the Apple farm system, yes.
Hey, I'm an artist too, you know. I just not really too much time to do that. Like all of these artists that really on the XRPL. So, but I can draw, that's for sure.
There you
I
go.
mean, I'm really good at stick figures myself.
Stick figures.
That's why the first product I deliver on the XRPL is the NFT marketplace, because that's like my you know, my support to the artist community. I think they deserve more highlights and spotlight in, you know, as a beginning in this digital economy, you know. So that's the reason why I really support that. And the first product I built on the XRPL is the NFT marketplace.
Sounds good.
Nice.
And is there any specific way you want to give this one away, just to mix it up, or just a normal giveaway? I just think it's...
Oh, just normal giveaway, because we have
Okay.
special giveaway next week.
Uh-oh, you heard it here first.
Yes, so I'm gonna release this alpha. So we are celebrating 2 years anniversary of the Apple X marketplace. Well, it's a little bit late because it's supposed to be August 20th, but we've been busy doing some update and upgrade on the background. So so for the celebrations, the anniversary 2 years Opulence X marketplace on the XRPL, we are doing some special giveaway with a lot of things we want to share and give back to our community, and take these chances for those that, you know, artists that, you know, like they say, oh, we don't have 2 million opulence to get the Pound King for society staking pool. There are some of the Pound King NFT that worth $500 right now will be distributed or will be given for free in this giveaway. There are more to it. So I want to give more opportunity for people to onboarding to the Opulence X ecosystem, no matter what stage you are. So take this chance, this opportunity next week. Special anniversary podcast by JT and the Opulence X Marketplace.
Oh, I'm definitely getting involved. I'm gonna have like 10 accounts in here. You just wait. I'm joking.
Yeah, so there will be a lot of prizes and giveaway, and there will be a lot of things that we share as part of our giving back to our communities, our loyal holders. You know, Opulence X wouldn't be Opulence X today without all our top whale that contribute to our ecosystem at the early stage when we just started to launch. They are the one that giving us trust and, you know, helping us with the crowdfunding or multiples NFT utilities that we issued at that time. More of it is minted out, by the way.
And real quick,
So
Mel,
that's why
I don't know what's going on, but your mic is kind of rugging on you. It's just kind of really hard.
Really?
Okay, now you're good. I think.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay. So yeah, so Opulence X wouldn't be Opulence X today without the support of our top 100 whales. Opulence X have a very strong early adopter. You know, they're, you know, some of them are still active, but most of them kind of like just, you know, supporting from the background because they have their personal life. We launched few of the NFT utility as a crowdfunding at the beginning for our developments, which is, you know, Pound King NFT is one of it. Queen Quest that's minted out, and there are a few others. But those are supporting what we are building on the ecosystem right now to the point where we are today. So the Opulence X really grateful for the support, and part of it we're giving back something next week, you know, to the community. You know, regardless whatever your stage, I want everybody to feel comfortable, you know, to jump into the Opulence X ecosystem. You know, especially for the new users. For all these people that already supporting us since the beginning, they are already positioning themselves I'm not worried about them. And yeah, Opulence has a very strong fundamental support on the top 100 whale as an early adopter that's supporting me building Opulence X since the beginning. I launched Opulence X.
I love
Yeah,
that. I love that.
and
The
real,
giver is giving more.
there you go. And speaking about giving, let's give away this NFT. So, the winner of this Women of Freedom NFT is going to be ba ba da bum Dragon. Dragon won something.
Oh, nice. He's
I'm
part of the ecosystem now. Dragon's part of both ecosystems.
pretty sure. I don't know. That might not be the right dragon. It might be a copy or something. Because I'm pretty sure his name's PJ Duck. Huh. Interesting. Actually, I think he might have changed his name because VOC. I see it. Okay. It threw me off because his name's not what it used to be, so I wanted to make sure it wasn't an imposter.
So he got my Women of Freedom?
He did. Dragon
Yes, he
did.
did.
Woo! Congratulations. Congratulations.
Exactly.
Yep, he's part of both ecosystems now. He's got no choice but to come over and check it out.
You know, there is story behind those Women of Freedom. That's why I created that way, with those traits and characteristics. But I'm gonna tell that another story because everything that I created is always has a meaning. I don't just do things without any visions behind it. So the Women of Freedom has its story. That's why the name is Women of Freedom, and that's already minted out too. All those women are already minted out on the Opal X. So if you guys got it for free, that's really lucky because all those collections already minted out, and I put it out from my own collections, which is from my own treasury.
And
Yep.
it's not one of those collections that you can get your hands on for very cheap either. It's been around
No.
for a while. I've been in there
Yep.
and looked.
Yep.
Like, I've
Nope.
been
That's
trying to
it.
get into the ecosystem.
That's
Nobody
about
wants
80 XRP. That's like 80 XRP value. That one, Women of Freedom.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Man,
So
nobody wants to go
congratulations,
into
Dragon. You got one of that, and that's really my signature right there. So yeah, congratulations. I guess you deserve it.
There you go. Cool, cool. I'm glad it went to somebody who's going to be able to use it and appreciate
Also,
it.
Dragon's a big part of the community as well. He's around everywhere. Like,
Yep, sure is.
yeah,
And he has a successful project right now, so I'm just really happy for him.
same.
Your NFT. Alright, so the last NFT that we need to give away, as far as like the schedule to give away, is one Chill Pill NFT from Java Chini. So let's go ahead and roll that one out. And we'll be caught up as far as stuff that I had to get out. So we might can do some more stuff depending. I just had to, you know,
You poor thing, man. Stuff you like had to give out, man.
yeah, it's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it. It's a lot of swipes I have to do, and a lot of copy and pasting.
Fair enough, yeah. Fair enough, fair enough. I've got some more stuff you can give out, you know. Got a wallet full of stuff.
Well, we've got another like 40-ish minutes before I have to run out, so let's just keep it on discussions, and then if anybody thinks it's something that fits, we can do more giveaways. But I know we gave away at least like 20 things tonight, so
You rapid firing them out.
yeah, I have to sit over here while y'all talk, and sit over here type up winners. It's efficient that way, but you know, it's part of my duties, I guess.
Yep, you're on top of it, man. That's what I love about you. You're always on top of it.
Try to be. And
Efficiency.
speaking about being on top of things, I'm officially caught up. So now what do we want to talk about?
I want to go more into like the projects that are inside of the honeycomb staking.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot more new ones pop up, and I'm talking like every week. There's at least one or two new projects that are over there getting involved in the Opulence system, and that makes me really bullish on Opulence itself. That means it's getting more recognition throughout the XRPL for the utility that it's able to bring different projects. So I want to focus on that for right now and the projects that are inside of that system, and then move over to the Opal stake that she has and how that whole system works. So let's start from the beginning here with the honeycomb system. This is where project owners are able to take the NFTs that they have created and give back to their community holders of these NFTs. So for example, if I launch a brand new project and I have an NFT collection, and it mints out or it doesn't mint out, and I want to get back to my community. I can do that by taking my native token and putting it inside and saying, okay, this will be automatically dropped to you guys every day or every week, or you can come and claim it every week or every day. So you have that option. And what's great about that option is, yeah, it's wonderful for me to see a daily drop automatically in my wallet every day from Opulence. It gives me that reminder. It's like a pat on my back from Opulence going, hey, here you go, buddy. Thanks for being a part of this.
Yeah.
But at the same time, as a project owner, you know, I want the people that are engaged to have the most benefit. So, of course, my CEOs, they get a daily drip every single day. And I'm upgrading that with Mel to different projects as well. So they're not only going to get a daily drip of Lions token, they're also going to start getting daily drips of other tokens as well. But at the same time, the other projects that we have underneath us, Taz and Tooth and Token, that's a weekly claim. And people that have to come every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, whenever they have time, to press the button and claim it in their wallet. Now, what I like about this is the people that do not claim or do not have a trust line set up, unfortunately, they're not going to receive the rewards. And what happens to those rewards is they keep going to the people that are claiming. So you could end up with a higher percentage just because you went in there every weekend. Or maybe you have a larger amount of NFTs than somebody else does. Or like Mel said, she has a rarity tiered system. So you can have the people that are more engaged that have the higher rarity tiered NFTs to receive a larger portion of the token. Or the whatever they decide to reward those holders with, whether it be an XRP, the native token, or a different token altogether. So the system that she's set up over there is amazing for token or project owners that want to reward the people that are involved in their ecosystems. So I want to touch base on a little bit about that and the projects that are involved. I know that we have Lambo involved, and they've been around for a long time, guys. They've been playing with liquidity pools. They've learned a lot. They've made mistakes. They've learned from those mistakes, and they're still here, and they're still building, which shows me a commitment that I don't really often see. So I'm really bullish on them. I invest in people, not only just projects. I wish they were here. They could give us more insight, but I know they're up there. They just added something else to their collection on Honeycomb. Mel, are you able to speak more of that?
Yes, Lambo X Apes collections has been a while, since 2022 when the XLS20 goes live on the XRPL. Currently, you know, he did like what you said, through ups and downs. You know, the shifting of the landscape on the XRP ledger. You know, we all make a mistake, right? When we started, we are where we are today because of the mistake that we did on the past. So that's something stay in our trademark. I mean, on the digital trace, right? So on-chain trace. Sorry, maybe that's the best way to say it. So Lambo XF's collection has a few collections that right now on the Honeycomb, we're earning Nitro tokens, which is that's their reward tokens. For the details of the tokenomics, I think he's updating the whole tokenomics from the previous plan, because like I said, things changes, and he learned along the way, made mistake, and you know, learn from it, and now continue to build. So he has a new strategy that he wanted to implement with the Nitro token itself as the token rewards for the Lambo X Apes NFT collection. And then currently we also helping them with pushing more into the liquidity for both Lambo X LAX token and Nitro token itself on the Opal farm. So Surreal Idea issued the report Lambo X Apes as well, So those 100% of those sales goes back to the Lambo X Apes liquidity pool and Nitro liquidity pool, because I think he has two pool right now ups on the Opal Farm ecosystem. So yeah, speaking about that, let me highlight something in regards to all this strategy that we're talking about, the NFTs and its economics. The NFT landscape currently has shifted from speculative art to more mature utility-driven economies, which is I personally see that the NFT landscape in 2025 and 2026 defined not just by art speculation, but more into multifaceted revenue generating digital economy, and touching finance, cultures, and identity. That's how we see the loyalty rewards token gated with the NFTs. Like your digital identity also can be token gated in terms of like what we do with the Opal passport. That like your identity within the Opulence X DeFi ecosystem, we issue Opal passport that we are using for your vote counts and things that in relates with the governance within the Opulence X ecosystem. So I think this is part of the economic reality for the NFT moving forwards. Started with right now the center stage on the 2025, and I believe it will continue on the 2026 as well. So we as the project need to positioning ourselves, how we want to strategically putting our NFT project in terms of those three key economic principles, and then leveraging the XRPL competitive advantage. Of course, we know with the sustainability, then the efficiency on the ledger, and the growing the growing ecosystem infrastructure itself, and on top of that the enterprise adoptions, right? So how we positioning ourselves into this 2025 2026 market opportunities is really depend how the project strategically move and plan for what they want to do with their brand or the NFTs itself.
Sounds great. And I know we've had Don Turan, I'm sorry, with his hand up for a while. I don't know if that was recent or if he like didn't mean to, but I know he was kind of just looking to learn and took up some information. So Don Turan, are you there and would you like to speak? Yeah, go ahead. Your mic is unmuted, but you're not saying anything, so feel free to talk. And you might have to leave and come back and then re-request. It would just be good to get a catch up on you and your, from your perspective at least. So it looks like he dropped down. But anyways, I know he was looking basically about information, so let's see if we can get him back up and if he wants to say anything. So he's back up on stage yet, and I think as he comes in here, we'll just let him speak. Don Turan, try again with your mic.
Yes, check. Can you hear me now?
Yes, can you hear you now?
Check. Good.
Oh, perfect. Yes, I have a track called DeFi that I wanted to share with the space in a convenient time. I would love to share up to 30 to 40 seconds of DeFi if you guys don't mind. I minted 3 copies of it on the XRP Cafe marketplace, and it was successful. Shout out to GR, Moody Nugs, and of course Jake Connect. They're the 3 holders, and I'm just continuing to build on the ledger. So here we go. If you don't mind.
Hold on 1 second before you play.
Go ahead.
Let's say we at the end of the space, my man. We'll close out with
No
something
problem.
like that.
Sweet.
That way we're able to continue our discussions here without getting thrown way too off topic. So we'll close out with that little song after we say the ending of this space.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sounds good to me.
Sound good to you, Craig?
Yeah, we'll go for about another 25-30 minutes. Like I said, I do have to run, But in the last closing section of that, we'll let you play your song there. But and
I saw something from Spec Up because he was up here before as a speaker. He has to go, but if there is any questions or anything, we can just give him tag him in that questions. And I want to give shout out to Spec Up also as part of the very loyal community member and supporter for most of the NFT project within the XRPL ecosystem. I want to give shout out to him and his contributions to the ecosystem and supporting a lot of artists regardless, some maybe already rugs, and he relentless and he continues supporting, showing up every day. He also have his own space call to supporting artists, highlighting different NFT projects. So I want to give that shout out to Spec Up. Respect and honor for you, Spec Up.
That's a good man. Good man.
Hey, can I do a giveaway?
Sure, if you'd like to do a tooth.
Nah, man, I'm gonna do something different.
Let's mix it up.
All right, cool. I want to see how many people have actually gone over to Opulence and set a trust line for every single project. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give away some Taz tokens. What you need to do is you need to drop your wallet address in the chats. All right. If you drop your wallet address in the chats at the end of this space, what I'll do is I'll go through and I'll tag every single wallet. And I've got a certain amount of Taz, and I'm going to split it up between every single wallet in here that drops their address.
Dang, check them out. So all you gotta do is just post your wallet and you can get
but Tyler, you need to post the trust line of Taz. Then everybody can, before they post their wallet, drop their wallet, then they also know the trust line for Taz tokens, and you can put that on the Jumbotron so everybody can set up those trust line to get those free drop from you.
I can drop the contact address in.
Oh yeah, Taz is right here. Yeah, put that on the Jumbotron so everyone, and including myself, I don't think I have those Taz.
How do I put it on the Jumbotron? Should I just post it in the chat, or
you put first on the comments and you can share it later on the Jumbotron after you put that on the comment section?
Yeah, as a speaker, what you do is just hit the 3 little dots and do share to space, and that'll pop it up on the Jumbotron just for your information.
Okay.
It should say share to space, but it's got to be off the same tab that you have the space open on that you're speaking with. It won't let you do it from another tab.
But that's all right. We're going to do that giveaway here later on towards the end of the space. The last 10-15 minutes, we'll announce it again. I'm just announcing it right now, guys, so you can be prepared for it. So if you want to go ahead and set up your trust line and drop your wallet address, that way you're set. You're good to go.
There you go. You heard it here.
And you'll hear it again.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So I wanted to make sure that everybody that got involved with these spaces actually is a winner of some way, shape, or form.
Doesn't take much. All you need to do is just set your trust line, and Lions is going to hook you up.
That's right. And we might just do this again on another space as well. So make sure to tune into these spaces with Gray and Opulence and Mel and myself and all the other builders up here on the speaker panel, which you all should go ahead and give a follow.
When you said Taz, is that T-A? Because I don't see it. So
T-A-Z-Z.
Oh, that. Okay, gotcha. Taz. Perfect. Thank you.
And hey, how you doing, Queen? Nice to see you here.
Yeah.
Thank you, dear. How you doing?
Another beautiful day.
Beautiful.
Yes, ma'am.
I love her name too, Queen of the Nile.
Hey.
Yep. So basically, just set your trust lines with Taz. Taz, did you find that tweet? Or actually, I can probably just.
Yeah, I posted it up. I'm just about to.
Taz is an artist, man. He's got to have that perfection. You got to put a pretty picture in there, make it look nice and sparkly. To draw that attention, use that color.
And real quick, I just want to give a big shout out to anybody that's tuned in today. Looks like we had about 93 retweets and over 2,000 views, so I appreciate you guys a lot for that. Just showing your support for the space, the podcast, and everybody that's speaking here. Just want to be grateful and show some gratitude to you all.
Oh, and one more thing too while I've got the mic. Make sure to give Taz a follow because we're giving out his token.
There you go. And yeah, and I see that we have Quantum up here right now. Quantum, we're about to close out shop in about 20-25 minutes. If there's anything you wanted to add, I know you're probably coming home.
What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Not just listening and learning. Wanted to show some support. Yeah, so everybody listening, go ahead and repost. This is a great space, like always. If you want to get educated, this is the spot to be. But not just show. I just wanted to come up here and show some love, you know. So
I appreciate you, Quantum.
nothing
Always
new.
appreciate you stopping by. I know we support each other to the max, so it's always good to see you
Exactly,
here.
bro. That's what's up. Shout out to everybody on the panel and everybody listening up as well.
Yeah, absolutely. If you've heard anybody that you like and want to follow them, make sure you do so before we hop out of here, so that way it won't be a missed connection. There you go.
Quantum has something coming up too, but he's still hiding it. He's still
Yeah, we're being a little mysterious with that, you know. So now the thing is, we've been talking with the Opulence team and Mel as well, but just had to go work out through this KYC process first, and good thing for the Zaman support team, they were able to help me out to get that in order, and yeah, looks like we're ready to enter phase 2. You guys will be hearing more news once we lock that out, but yeah, just having some fun with that, making sure everything goes nice and smooth, taking it slow. And want to do things correctly. You know, just love learning about tokenomics and all this good stuff. That's what we've been working on as well. That's why I'm glad that this has been a slow process. So meanwhile, I'm still learning and I'm still trying to make sure that I do things the correct way. So
it definitely sounds like some alpha right there. I don't know what you're hinting at, but it's a big hint.
Yeah, there's a lot of good things coming, man. Yeah, I wanted to talk a lot about this, but unfortunately, like, I just gotta sit down. I was over there.
Yeah, come back when
getting
you're
ready
ready
for my son's birthday party. Yeah, you know. But
Yep.
I'm here sitting down listening.
Well, happy birthday to your son, and yeah, just brainstorm what you're gonna do,
Appreciate
and then
that.
you got your
Oh,
plan.
happy birthday for your son. I mean, to your
Yeah,
son.
appreciate
Yeah.
that. Thank you.
Absolutely. And is there any closing kind of remarks we want to make about NFTs, just as we flush this out? I know it's pretty
Yeah, I
comprehensive.
can make closing remarks on that. NFTs with utility, great. Opulence provides utility for people and creators. Go check them out. They have multiple layers of rewards and utilities for different NFT holders and project creators. Definitely worth checking out what options are available to you. And speaking with Mel herself, her DMs are always open. Even most of the Opulence team, their DMs are always open. So if you have questions, concerns, interests, or want to make an inquiry, I would always recommend reaching out, because if you don't ask questions, then you will never know. And they've got a wonderful system over there for creators. Most of us up here on the speaker panel, we're involved with Opulence in some way, shape, or form, or Opulence is involved with us. Or, we plan to be involved with each other. I know Quantum's down there. He's planning to get involved with Opulence. Digi is down there. He's planning to get involved with Opulence through the SPY project. Nexus Waters coming up next. We got Pazzo down there. I saw your collection, Pazzo, man. We're definitely seeing that come up. He's got his toy box collection on the Honeycomb pool, so you'll be able to receive some of his token later. And this also goes back into setting trust lines. I say it like 100 times each show because it's important. Set trust lines. Go to Opulence and set trust lines. That is the best way to receive free token drops or get involved with your favorite project, because you never know, they might end up doing a daily drop like us. The Lions, we do daily drops. Opulence does daily drops. Lambo does daily drops. ODC does daily drops. And I get them all to my wallet every single day. And there's a reason I remember them, is because I get them every single day. And I see them every single day. And
it's nice. Just waking up.
Actually, to add to that a little bit, there is a way to contribute with even minimum amount to support these builders that building currently on the ecosystem, that they are part of the Opulence X, either Opul Farm or Honeycomb. One of the way is the Ripcord NFT. If you have only 10 XRP, for example, those 10 XRP might you put one on the LP pool to earn you only gonna earn 1 tokens, right? Whatever you contribute. For example, Opulence XRP. And those 10 XRP you put on the liquidity pool of Opulence paired with XRP itself, you earn Opulence. But with the Ripcord NFT, with a 10 XRP, you basically supporting the project that part of those Ripcords ecosystem, which is currently there are 10 tokens that distributed. It's helped those 10 XRP help the project for the liquidity pool, and you earning instead of 1 token, you earn 10 or 11 token on a quarterly basis, because the Ripcord management team basically they the one that contribute to that LP pool. They put those sales of the NFT sales to the pool, supporting those project and artists. And then from that earning every day they claim or they receiving on their Ripcord wallet, they distribute that on a quarterly basis to the Ripcord NFT holders. See, with your 10 XRP, you're not just supporting one project, you're basically supporting 10, 11. And I know Ripcord ecosystem is also growing because all these projects right now that committed with their LP pool, improving their TVL lock, right? With their market cap and working toward that goals, they are right now contributing or participating as part of the Ripcord NFT ecosystem. So if you have only 10 XRP, if you want a minimum risk, buy the Ripcord NFT. That's only cost you 10 XRP and it will be worth it. I'm with those 10 XRP.
How many Ripcord NFTs are there?
Well, maybe Surreal Idea can speak about this much more detail because he's the managing this Ripcord NFT on the background. Go ahead, Dirk.
Okay, me and Surreal, man, we're going to go back and forth. How many NFTs are in this collection, bro?
There are 320 currently in the collection.
Oh, wow. So it's that limited. Wow. Okay. And how many are still left available at 10 XRP, do you think?
Let me check momentarily. I'll tell you that.
Oh, man, you just guess off the top of your head.
Well, there's less than 40. Let's put it that way.
Oh, crap. Less than 40. Okay, I'm running out of time. And if I have multiples of these NFTs...
PM EST. Nice.
Hey, real quick. I don't know. I think you saw it already, but I posted on the Mumbo Jumbo right there. Mm-hmm. That's one of the builds that we got coming out for the Expectiverse small collection of 10 different color schematics. Yeah, they have elevators in there. Pretty fun little buildings. If you want to go ahead and own one, they're gonna be for 4 plotters. But yeah, just take a look at it, see if you like it, and some good stuff.
Definitely, and yeah, I saw whenever you were live streaming you making this the other day. So good to see how it turned out, and that thing looks pretty sweet.
That's gonna be a collection?
Just a small little 10 color. I'm coming out with a page where I'm doing unique buildings. So say I create this build and I give it 10 different color shades and schemes, and I throw out a little collection. This one's called the Spectra Nexus collection. And after that, they're just pretty unique names that I'm giving the buildings, but each comes with interior elevators. There's no furniture yet. There's just facades. But what you can do is walk up to the door. You press E. The doors open up. You can close them. There's elevators inside. You can go to the second floor. In the back, there's another elevator. You can go up to the rooftop if you want to eventually put some furniture up there. Just have some fun with it, you know.
Is this going to be a random mint from a mint machine, or?
No, what I'm planning on doing, I'm just uploading one by one, and I'll put the price up. Whoever wants to go ahead and pay right away, they can buy it now. But if you do own a master keys special access pass, you can send me an offer. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a major discount on that.
Let's go.
And you can go ahead and pick that up.
Ooh, yeah. What's the discount? What's the discount? I have a master pass.
It's pretty much gonna be like a 50%, dude. So.
Yeah, glad I got my master passes. Let's go, because this is gonna work. This is gonna be good for everything you put out, huh?
Yeah, for sure. And I'm just waiting on the Expected team to give me the go, and then once that's done, you'll probably see the page live tomorrow, if anything.
Let's go.
Nice. I'm loving that. I'm loving the customized buildings inside of the Expector. That's going to bring so much utility over there. And if you aren't familiar with Expector is the metaverse on XRP. A lot of us up here on the stage are builders or owners inside of the metaverse. If you haven't seen what they're about, I highly recommend you giving them a check because what they are building is phenomenal. Built on Unreal Engine 5, so you get the same graphics and interactions as you get in the PlayStation 5. So you can go super hyper realistic or you can go digitized, up to you as a builder or creator. If you're a project owner, you can display your project there, billboards, banners, signs. We recently did one for Bear and AI Gen where we put their tokenomics on the side of the wall. Just have fun. Do whatever you want. Builders for builders. Let's see. Surreal still got his hand up.
Yeah, he just popped it back up not long ago. Surreal, what's up with you, bro?
Yeah, so a couple questions were asked. One was asked of whether about the trust lines for the Ripcord rewards tokens, and they are all found on ripcordnft.com, so they're all there. And just to clarify that a bit further, there are currently only 9 reward tokens, but there's a possibility of getting to 10 before the next quarterly drop, which is LAX, the Lambo X Apes token. There's 16 NFTs left of that, and if they sell out before September 1st, we will still have a month to gain rewards on that token. So we'll get some rewards from that before the end of the month, before the end of September. So.
Oh, and we have special 2 years anniversary collection also that
Yeah.
I told Dirk to issue 40 new Ripcords for 2 years Opulence X NFT Marketplace anniversary. So we're probably gonna give out, and those has a different perks. It's come with different perks because it's a special editions for anniversary editions. So yeah, stay tuned next week as we launch it during the podcast with JD for special editions anniversary podcast, right, JD?
Yep, sounds great. And just real quick, thanks to everybody for putting your wallets in the comments. Lions is going to have a heck of a time. He's going to do a lot of copy and pasting here soon. I can already see that. But
No, I'm not. I'm going to let Taz do it.
There you go. Easy money.
It's all about delegation.
There you go. I guess Taz is going to do it. Ooh, okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up on everything before I have to bounce. But, is there any other closing comments we want to do in the last 10 minutes here? I know, Lions, you're just going to do your giveaway after the fact.
I'll go ahead and announce it again. Guys, we are giving a certain amount of Taz tokens away at the end of this space. So what you want to do is you want to drop your wallet address in the comments and make sure you connect a trust line to Taz so that we can be able to get your tokens to you. This will be happening at the end of the space. We'll go through, we'll suss out all the trust lines, make sure all the addresses are connected, and we will distribute tokens evenly throughout all trust lines.
Well, there you go. So make sure you got your trust line set and you post your wallet address in the comments to this space, and they'll get those tokens out to you. And appreciate you guys for doing that little giveaway as well.
I wanted to make sure everybody becomes a winner.
I have some closing, JD, if you don't mind.
Of course. And then I think we have Don Turan to do that music right at the end.
So the closing from me is, the NFT game has completely changed the landscape. We are not talking about 10,000 BFP drops anymore. I think we are talking right now about building real economies that create lasting value. And the XRPL ecosystem has everything we need, from low-cost, sustainable infrastructure, growing institutional adoptions, But here's the thing, having the best technology means nothing if we don't understand the economics part of it. So everyone that listening today has a choice. Either you can chase the next hype cycle, or you can build something that's still generating revenue in 2023. Meaning, are you focused on the short-term gain, or you are building something for long sustainable gain? So, um, at the beginning of this podcast, I was talking about the market projected grow at 34% annually, but that growth goes to project that get the fundamental correct. So again, as the closing, I want to say utility beats speculations, economics beats hypes, sustainability beats quick flips. That's the closing for me. Thank you everyone for listening and joining this space.
Yeah, thank you, Mel, for all you do for the space and all the help you give out to all the projects that look for help and come to Opulence and your guidance and your expertise. So, yeah, let's just do some more closing comments and then we'll finish up with Don. And I believe he's got that song to play. But, does anybody else want to give some closing thoughts on the panel here? It's just kind of be open. Whoever wants to talk, I won't force you to.
Yeah, I'll take the opportunity and just say I really appreciate all the information that was shared, and I am now an officially curious person to get involved in Opulence as a holder, not just as somebody from a project who is giving tokens for the airdrops for the Opulence farm holders, but to be part of that ecosystem now. I can understand fully the benefits that one can get, the support structure that one can be involved in, and for one, I am definitely ready to be on board. So, Mel, just point me in the right direction. Take my money. Take my money. Let's go.
Yeah, glad you
Yeah,
found some
me.
value out of this.
Well, that's when Tyler and Expectar have their slogan that say "Builders for Builders." The Opulence Acts built to support is more creator focused, and since the conceptions of the NFT marketplace and now to our DeFi ecosystem, all the tools that we created is to support the creators, which is what the metaverse. I mean, the people on Expectar say "Builders for Builders." That's exactly what we're also building with Opulence X. We're creating a protocol that support the builders, the creators, to make sure that to elevate your brand if that's the NFT project, to elevate your token if that's the tokens project. So we build those ecosystem that support these creators and brands within the XRPL ecosystem, and soon the BNB, of course. So yeah. So if you are any content creators, if you have project or anything, you need something, reach out to us. There is always a way to collaborate in the way that if you want it in a good way, if you committed to build something within the ecosystem, we pretty much have the tools that you needed to support, from the tokens, NFTs, drops, everything. We pretty much building since 2022, 3, and yeah. So we have the tools and everything that we need to elevate everyone's, for the benefit of the whole ecosystem.
There you go. And yeah, if you're an artist looking to get some support from a platform that's going to support you, reach out and we will get you sorted. And if you want to say any closing remarks, just throw your hands up. I see we got Surreal. Go ahead and close us out here on your end.
I was still up from before, so I apologize.
Oh, okay, all good. And thanks for being on space with me today.
Yep.
He's like the kid in class who just keeps his hand up, until...
I try, Always got to be one, right?
Yep, there's that one. We keep him in the corner,
And Taz, you want to say anything going out for us?
No, just thanks, guys, for hosting the space. I look forward to how often do we do this? Like once a week or twice a week?
Yeah, once or twice a week, depending on how often I can.
Okay. Well, yeah, no, I'm just looking forward to be part of them all and joining in the conversations more and more. And yeah, so thanks again for everyone. And congrats on people getting some Taz tokens who's dropped their wallet addresses.
There you go.
Appreciate you all.
And Quantum, do you want to say anything before we get out of here, or Health AI?
Yeah, man, just real quick, I just wanted to say, as a project creator, well, Opulence X is offering the tools. I think they're great assets to incorporate inside of our own projects in order to take it to the next level, pretty much. so the community can see that you are going to be here for the long run. Especially right now, when like I've said this before, we haven't officially entered the bull run, I believe. It's a great way to set the strong foundation. And again, like when you're getting these drips, right now, yeah, it seems like it might not be a lot, but when XRP is worth a certain amount of money, those drips are gonna pretty much increase. So it's great. It's a great tool. It took me a while to get into this space, but I felt like I wasn't ready yet. I wanted to create some value within just me creating stuff and bringing stuff before I actually try to sell anything, right? So right now, I think it's the perfect opportunity for me to hop in here and create something special and something that I'm really gonna be putting my 100% behind this and my concentration for these upcoming years or however long I'm here.
Well, I know you'll be here until. I mean, you're part of the furniture on the ledger, in my opinion, because you've been here like. Yeah, I look up to you a lot, so I just respect
Appreciate
what
that,
you're
man.
doing for the ledger and supporting your communities and everybody that supports you. I mean, you just keep that good work spirit, and you're accomplishing a lot. So many thanks to
Appreciate
you.
that.
Yep,
Appreciate that.
no problem. And I don't know if Digi's hand is up again, but health. Oh, go ahead, Digi.
Yeah, sorry, man. In closing, what was just said right now, I think that's really, really the way that things need to be, because basically, it's easy to get involved in something, but it's not going to be long term, or it's not going to be sustainable if you don't have the right foundations. So, likewise, myself, before I even considered coming into opulence for some kind of inclusion, I needed to understand that I had created something of value, or I had positioned myself correctly to be able to maintain the commitment I'm about to undertake. So, yeah, I think that was great, great message I was just being given, and props to you, man. Thanks to everyone.
Yeah,
Great space tonight.
thank you, Digi, and glad you're able to find some value and learn a little bit about where you want to do with your project. So, just keep up the good work. And Adrian, I don't know if you want to say anything. But after that, we'll give it off to Don, and then Don can close us out. All right, actually, Health AI, did you want to speak real quick? I see you're throwing some emojis, so.
Yeah. Just really quick. You guys gonna be seeing more of me, and I'm gonna be, keep in touch with you guys. I really love what Opulence is building, and what you, Gray, are building for the community. So you'll see more of me, and yeah, we're getting ready to create an amazing community and an amazing product. And it seems that you guys know exactly what projects in this stage of my project need. So thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in. And like I said, applying some of that DYOR and learning. And Lions, you want to say anything to close us out here? And then we'll just give it to Dom. To Don.
Um, Thank you everybody for showing up. Thank you everybody on the speaker panel for speaking your minds and informing the community about the amazing tools that have been offered to them for growth and to be able to give back to their communities. Today we focused on NFTs and staking them through the opulent system and also the Opal Farm. So I believe today was a great space. I believe it was very educational. We gave some stuff away and we had some great winners. One last thing, I wanted to remind everybody, if you did win some tokens, head over to the Opal Farm and do yourself a favor. Double side those tokens into that project and start earning yield.
There you go.
With that being said, I want to remind everybody to give a follow to all the people up here on the speaker panel, because most of us, or not all of us, are builders, and we are providing utility and access to this utility for everybody and anybody that wants to get involved. And remember to throw your address down into the comments and set a trust line for Taz token, so that you can get a drop today, because I'm going through all the comments and I'm going to make sure and check. I'm going to look and I'm going to take a certain amount of tokens and I'm going to split them up between everybody. So drop your address and set a trust line for Taz token.
There you go. And real quick, I just want to say thanks again. Am I correct in remembering that Don had a song he wanted to play us on the way out, or was I just making that up?
Yes, that's correct. He did have a song that he wanted to play for us.
Okay, well, we'll just.
I actually heard one time and it was really good. It's the DeFi song. So yeah, let's play it, JT.
Yeah, sounds good. So Don, if you'd like to just play your music on the way out, I just want to give a quick closing statement. Yeah, just
Let's go, Don.
appreciate. Yep. Adrian, did you need to say anything?
No, I think you're closing.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
good.
all good then. Yeah, thanks again for tuning in for episode 5 of XRP Everywhere, and just really appreciate y'all coming back, podcast after podcast, and just continuing to grow with me and each other, and kind of learn other people that are trying to do the same. So appreciate all you guys' support, and then Don, if you'll play a song to give us out, and then we'll call it a night.
Yes, I. Scatter the ants them. All right then. DeFi, DeFi. Say I won't tell no lie. The blockchain said there is a limited supply. DeFi. Say I won't tell no lie. The blockchain said there is a limited supply. DeFi XRP file, online on-chain Wi-Fi, DeFi, quantum, phantom, Rolls Royce, browser, server, protocol, DeFi. All right then, great. I said DeFi. All right then, chanting DeFi. Opulence not tell no lie. I said the blockchain said there is a limited. I said DeFi. We chanting DeFi. Cause it's a man not tell no lie. I said the blockchain said there is a limited. I said DeFi XRP file. Online on-chain Wi-Fi. I said DeFi. All right then. I said DeFi. Quantum, phantom, Rolls Royce, browser, server, protocol. I said DeFi. All right then. I said DeFi. Chanting DeFi. Everywhere, episode 5. I said DeFi. We're chanting DeFi. The LP not tell no lie. I said the block is unlimited. I said DeFi. Put your wallet in the comment. DeFi. Cause I said that's not tell no lie. All right then. Bless up, Selassie, Rastafari, Holy Emmanuel, Jah, Rastafari. Great. Give thanks and praises for the opportunity. You don't know gratitude is a must. Sorry, XRP life. Well, you opulence. Chanting DeFi. All right then. Yes, sir.
And thank you for that. And with that, I hope you all have a nice rest of your weekend. Thank you.